Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taskforce Echo. I am John, the executive producer at Final Show Films. I now turn it over to William, the game master, wearing a Reaper mask for this evening.
Yes. Thank you, Captain Kirk. My name is William, and I am serving as your game master for this StarCraft RPG playtest.
My God.
Let us begin by introducing our players, starting with John.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm John. I play Valzeron, the Tal'Darim Pirate Queen.
And then Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I play Koronix, the Nerazim Protoss.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Dirk, the Terran, whose size and brawn is conversely proportional to his brain power.
And Cody.
Hi, I'm Cody. I'm playing Oswald Ridley, the Terran pilot, who wasn't aware we were doing bits.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin, and I'm playing. I almost said Mercy. I'm
Turn off Overwatch.
playing
but
the paramedic who, Mercy's an apt description, actually.
And I can't keep wearing that mask because it's really freaking hot. Also, it makes me automatically do a Reyes impression. So, as long as I'm wearing it. And all right. And when last we left our task force, they had managed to make their way onto Black Site 3. The one of the three known black sites under the control of the Sons of Creation. They had met with someone known as the Broker, who turned out to be a Tal'Darim by the name of Valzeron, who joined up with the group in exchange for helping to claim the Terrazine supply that might be present on the black site.
Spoiler, there's no Terrazine.
It's okay. If there's no Terrazine, I'll just have to take it from your blood.
They decided to work with Taskforce Whiskey on this task, with Taskforce Whiskey making the loud distraction and going through violently while Taskforce Echo makes their way through it. Attempted to be a little bit more stealthy, trying to make their way to what should be a central computer database, which would help them find the locations of the other two black sites to make their way to Black Site 1, hopefully to shut down the Sons of Creation and retrieve the final member of Task Force Renegade. We return with the group having just defeated a small support squad consisting of a pair of Marines and a pilot operator working a Goliath suit and a pair of automated turrets.
I think you mean the acquisition of Oswald's new toy.
Yeah.
Also, with Dirk having run back into the room saying, guys, there's more on down that way.
At which point, Koronix takes the mental equivalent of what for Protoss is a deep breath.
Is that it?
Doesn't make any sound. No.
Damn it.
But
It's not
Just
really
give
a
me the
try.
word, sir. He's looking raring to go running into Doom.
I just sort of indicate to the Goliath. I believe your pilot should go ahead and acquire the vehicle.
I didn't hear anything she said. I had already been
This
on
is
my way
Koronix
to
just
it.
trying to keep his temper with this group of people and failing drastically. That's
Roll the
an
natural
drastic.
one.
one on a willpower check. Everyone, we will find it imperative in the near future to maintain a level of discipline that has unfortunately been lacking thus far.
I mean, that's where I'm not going in. I'm saying when you're ready.
Very well. All right. William, based on his perception, is it going to be possible to navigate the Goliath anywhere outside of this room, or is it too big to go through these halls?
The Goliath will need to squeeze to get through the hallways. You know that it probably wasn't assembled here, considering how heavy the parts are. But while it is in any of these hallways that are only 1 square wide, it is not going to be able to do anything but move because it's going to be squeezing. Like you basically have to turn the guns to where they cross and lift your shoulders as high as you can go with the Goliath combat arms, and then like press the legs together and walk very carefully to fit through the hallways.
Okay. So moving at half speed through any
pilot.
hallways, etc. Okay.
Moving at half
Alright.
speed, you probably can't attack anything while you're in the hallways.
Right. I'm assuming Oswald probably knows enough about machinery to also come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
I begin stalking towards that other door.
I will just let go.
I'm just waiting.
Okay.
I'll put the Goliath in park.
You can hear the sound of footsteps approaching.
How
well.
can I tell how many?
Roll survival.
God damn it!
What's-
Another.
Wait,
I do not vanish.
What's my survival?
Getting
Oh.
all of my natural ones out of the way.
Tuda,
Jesus.
tuda. A natural 20, which makes it a 32.
Roughly 9 or 10 individuals.
And psychic burst out to the group. Seems to be about 10 more of our friends approaching.
Yeah.
And
You know,
just-
you could have just asked that.
I'm just standing there with my standing next to the door so that I'm just beyond it, so that you have to actually step through it to see me, with both plasma blades ignited.
Very well. Choke them at this entrance here. We will.
Is that door closed?
No.
This one right here?
It got
Yeah.
hit
No,
with
it is
rockets. It
not.
probably is not at all.
No, I do not believe that door is closed.
I love when
Okay.
you say choke. Vazaron says. Response.
Gonna just walk into this room.
So
So you're all
Yeah,
taking
I
up
am
positions
going-
around that door?
Are you
I'm going to try and restore some shields.
Thank
God.
actually standing there?
Yep, I got a grenade with a pin ready to pull.
I got a shotgun ready to fire.
I'm just waiting until
Speaking of grenades,
If anyone blows himself up, Ava will fix it. I need to take a minute.
And Koronix is going through this hallway here.
Good for Koronix. That is the smart move. I am concerned about the phrase "speaking of grenades,"
Oh,
though.
I mean, you guys did decide to cluster right up next to me, so we're probably gonna get hit with a grenade.
You're right. We did decide to put ourselves next to the only door.
Yeah.
He said to choke him.
Funny
there.
how that works.
He's assuming you guys who use ranged weapons will know that you
Which-
should just have line of sight on that door, so that anybody that comes through, you shoot them.
I want to blow somebody up though.
His primary form of ranged weaponry is a shotgun spray blast.
Okay. That still doesn't necessitate standing directly next to the door. But, you do you.
It's
So,
That's
still-
line of
it's
sight for
fair-
grenades.
Since the other two were right in front of the door, it did if I didn't want to shoot them
It's
too.
fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
so
Alright.
a pair of grenades land right here.
Hang on.
Kaboom.
Hold on. Do I have it yet? I do not have it yet.
The
Okay.
thing that lets you catch grenades and throw them back.
Yes.
I was looking. What's it called?
Uh,
I think it's called shit, fuck, shit.
I would be great. It would be great if it was named Hot Potato.
All right, so that's going to be a ranged attack roll from our Marine captains.
Oh, please let him botch and drop it at his feet.
That would be
No,
great.
let him throw it at this wall, and it just bounces right back at him.
Just clank. Fuck.
Yeah. Ah, fuck, Phil, you didn't get the angle right.
I think it's called Grenade Catcher. Yes, it is.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess. I like shit, fuck better.
Yeah.
God, that.
Okay, so that
We'll-
first
we'll have a
grenade,
poll.
that first grenade is a 16. How many people does that hit their defense?
Nowhere near hits my defense.
Nope. 18.
It just hits. Wait,
20.
I have a 15
What's-
defense, so
what's defense?
You're
think
nowhere,
you're out of
you're nowhere
range.
near the blast radius, Ava.
Defense.
that was my assumption, but I figured say it anyway.
I mean, here's hoping it doesn't blow the pin out of Oswald's grenade.
Bam! Flick! Fuck! just. Osborne just steps back.
Then I just had this like massive set of explosions, and all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, Corlash and Stefan come back.
Hey, where have you guys been?
Nowhere important.
Working out our issues with each other.
He is now infested.
Stefan comes back.
Do
as
we
an
need to
infested
re-roll
Terran.
initiative at all or anything? Or
Ava just
I think damage is being figured out at
It's-
the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that hit Oswald's defense. The second grenade is going to be a 20. How many people does that hit?
That does hit my defense.
That is
Yeah.
exactly my defense. I don't know if that hits or not.
That does.
Okay.
My defense is an 18.
Okay, so none of you are bobbing and weaving. So
Correct.
If I was bobbing and weaving, my defense would have been higher. Because I've got defensive weapons.
So the first grenade that you take half damage from is 30 damage, penetration 1, burst 3. So that's all of you guys.
So
Actually, my
Yeah.
defense is 17. I forgot to upgrade it when I got higher agility. So it's 17.
30 damage, you said?
Yes.
Penetration
Alright.
1, and what was the other thing?
Burst 3 just means it hits all of you.
Okay,
It takes my shields down, but does no damage to me.
so 30, so that's 15 damage to me. No, wait. Yes, 15.
Oh no, I'm
fine, I
sorry.
took it.
I'm sorry. The frag grenade in the Marine Sergeant is got the wrong stats compared to the frag grenade in the explosives book.
It's still a frag grenade?
No, there's there's ones that you can launch and ones that you can throw.
No.
Yeah, its fragmentation rate should actually be 40 damage, which would be 20 for you guys who take half damage.
Oh.
But it's penetration 5.
I mean, still takes my shields out, does not do anything.
So 20, so it did 9 damage.
And the one that hit all of you does 40 damage, penetration
Wait.
5.
Okay, so it did 9, and 9
40
from
damage.
72.
This dude wants to die.
And sorry, how much did the second one do?
The first
40.
first one did 20, second one did 40.
I take
40?
30 points of damage, and I'm going to need him to
With
roll a critical-
penetration and et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, with penetration 5.
Okay.
I need him to roll
So-
a critical injuries table.
So 11
That is a
minus
3.
40.
Once again, the left leg.
And that does beat my defense by 2. Or my
Alright.
damage threshold by 2.
So for Dirk,
what is
that's
it
going to
about
be
this universe that makes left leg so
Left
popular? There's no
leg?
reason it
Um,
keeps on being left leg.
I'm assuming that's probably also going to be Oswald's damage threshold.
By 11.
Oh no, sorry, those are right legs.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's much different.
Yeah,
Much, much.
all three of you got the right leg.
So we just, bam!
3 people just drop.
And you suddenly hear, I'm going to murder that man.
Not if I beat you to it.
Put your left leg in, you blow your right leg
Are we
off.
keeping this initiative or re-rolling?
Yeah, we're gonna keep this initiative just
God,
because.
Wait.
So slow.
It's technically the same fight as last session because there was one guy ran and got reinforcements. So starting at the top, Koronix.
I move to here.
Where are they on the initiative?
Same place as where they used to be, which is currently being run by the Goliath.
And I am invisible as fuck.
All right. Dirk.
All right. I am going to move 1, 2, 3. I am going to throw a concussive grenade, hopefully hitting right here.
All right. What's the burst radius on a concussive grenade?
Concussive grenade is burst 1, gravity field.
It'll be that guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy along with 7.
Right.
Gravity field. Item traits. What does gravity field do?
Bad
When this
thing.
When this weapon explodes, it creates an area of high gravity within the blast radius that persists for 2 rounds. And areas of high gravity are counted as difficult terrain. In addition, standing from crouched or prone is a 4-round action, and athletics checks to jump in the area gain plus 20 DC. Ow.
Yup.
If they get knocked prone, it's going to take their entire round to get back up.
Yup. And that is a ranged attack.
Yes.
So 6, and it's a -2, so it's a +4 total. I believe. Making sure I don't have anything else that modifies that. No. Okay. So 20 plus 4. 11.
I mean, that doesn't hit them, but they aren't bobbing and weaving, so they take
Yeah.
half damage.
So that'll be 20 damage.
That's 20 damage, penetration 5. So that's going to be 9 damage, about the same as yours. To each of them. Except for the medic, who I believe is...
Out of range?
No, the medic is not
Not me. Okay.
no, enemy medic. Takes more damage than that, yeah, okay. Alright.
And then I will spend my, because that was one, well, it was an action to get up, or it was a move. How much did it take me to get up?
Move action, usually. I'll let you have it, though. So,
Okay.
Because you've already gone back to it, so. And technically, you could have blind tossed that grenade around the corner anyway.
Fair enough. Then can I move back? Or
Yeah, just set
Okay.
yourself back where you were.
cool.
Standing on the dead guy
Yep.
to assert dominance.
I mean, it's difficult terrain, so it's gonna be harder for them to all rush in.
Yeah. Difficult terrain for anyone moving through it. Next in line is Oswald.
Okay, so it costs a move action to get up?
Yep.
Okay. So, actually, how much is it any different to just like scooch down? Or will I be able to
You're
scooch down and then
you're
scooch back up?
You're moving half speed if you're
Okay, never mind.
'Cause
I'm
you
just
have to
gonna
get
get up.
prone.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna. What's the penalty for blind tossing it?
I don't really think there is. Hang on, let me find out. Blind throw. Blind throw grenade. Blind throwing. They take a -10 penalty on the attack,
Oh,
which wouldn't really have affected Dirks because it would have been the same
I
other way.
still missed. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll blind toss a grenade, aiming for this wall right here, and then I'll dink it off and go that way.
All right, so
So-
your final
Ting, ting.
destination is here.
Yeah,
Rick
there,
Ryder,
or like
bitch.
in the doorway. Yep. So I'm just gonna roll pistol and then -10.
15.
15.
Nice.
And you were aiming for the doorway, you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, I wouldn't see it, but I'd throw it hard enough to where it's not gonna make the thing explode if I hit the wall.
It doesn't hit any of their defenses, but they are still not bobbing and weaving. And what's the
That's
blast
a frag
radius on-
grenade.
Frag grenade, I believe, is blast 2.
Yes.
Yeah, frag.
Yeah,
is,
burst
yeah.
2.
Burst 2.
Mhm.
Damage 40, penetration 5. So that's going to be. God, that medic just got hit again. All right.
And as I throw that, I yell, "Well, fuck you too."
You should crawl towards that
And then-
Goliath now.
Yeah. Do I have any movement left, or what can I do?
Did
No.
you stand up?
Yeah.
Then you have your minor action left.
Can I bob and weave with a minor action?
Yes, you can.
Now that I know that they have grenades too.
Oh shit, guys!
So I will do that. I will bob and weave.
All right. Bob and weave increases your defense, and also if they go for a full auto burst, then
Right.
you can try and get out of that.
All right.
Gonna-
Yeah. Next turn, I will be making a move towards the Goliath.
All right, it's their turn. They're going to start filing in. They're moving at half speed. Those of them have to move to the gravity field.
Shit.
So that's only about as far as they can really get.
So what provokes opportunity attacks again?
Anything sufficiently distracting. Basically.
Oh, so them moving into range doesn't?
No.
Okay. Damn it. Well, if any of them aim, I'm gonna quick draw my pistol.
Well,
Is
you
that
got
good?
line of sight on the first two who are taking aim. So
Yeah, I get 2 attacks. I get 1 on each because I get 2 opportunity attacks.
roll me 2 opportunity attacks.
Pistol. So there's 1. There's the other.
Both of those hit. You get no overage on the 19. What's your max overage?
I like that with the pistol, you either hit or critically fail.
Yeah. Yeah. When you specialize in ranged, it helps. My max overage is 6.
So you get your full overage on the second hit, or on the first hit rather.
First hit. So shit. What's the damage on a pistol? I haven't used one of these in a long time.
I don't
One
know.
hit.
I don't have ranged weapons.
Yeah. 12 plus 6 is 18 with hollow points. So penetration 2, rending 3.
That's a dinky little weapon that doesn't do a whole lot to them.
It's not. It's what I got.
So the pistol scratches the first guy and doesn't get through the armor on the second guy. The bullet hits, but it just kind of ding, and the Marine, as he's taking aim with the rifle, he's like, "Someone just shoot at me."
Yeah, the guy behind you. Traitor.
Good effort.
Yeah. Deception? No, I'm just kidding.
Fortunately, have too much energy.
Now you know
for
why
myself.
Ava never uses her damn pistol.
Yeah,
Because blink.
I just need to get a tier 4 357 Magnum, and I'll just be
Fuck some
Rick
shit
from
up.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Boom! Insta kill everything.
That's what I did with the. That's what I did with the one-shot character. He just had a really good pistol and a shield.
All right, so that's a 26 and an 18 for a burst on you, Oswald.
I'm bobbing and weaving, so it's plus 10 to my defense.
I think no. Bob and Weave lets you make an evade, I believe.
Let's see. Minor
Going up.
actions.
Minor
Combat behavior.
actions.
Bob and weave. +2 to your defense,
Oh,
and you can make an evade attempt against incoming burst attacks.
Oh, that means
so
plus
is he
4 to
bursting
my
against me?
defense.
So I will try to evade
Technically,
that.
all fully automatic weapons make burst attacks.
So I will evade out of that.
So you can make an acrobatics test, and if you beat the attack roll, you can evade it.
So it's acrobatics plus agility.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's emergency evading, which everybody could have done previously, even
Oh,
if you
that's
hadn't
nice to
bob and
know.
weaved. Yeah.
I don't even. What does that do?
Basically, you take
Oh,
a -2
10. I rolled
penalty
a
on
1.
the acrobatics test, and whether you succeed or fail, you are prone afterwards.
Do I make one for both of them or just the one?
You can make a second one, yeah.
So it's basically the equivalent of going, hit the deck!
Yes, you are exactly right.
So I rolled a 10 on the first one and a
Good to
22 on the
know.
second.
All right, so you take the full damage from the first burst, but you can move up to your shift speed to evade the second one, and if that takes you out of its area, then you completely avoid the damage.
What is shift?
Your shift speed is 1, I believe.
Probably.
It's increased if you have higher agility.
I have an agility of 4.
That's
Yeah,
not
you
high
probably
enough.
have a shift. Yeah, no, I don't think.
So I will shift back here behind the meat shield.
All right, and the focus burst is only the square you're standing in, so you avoid it.
Okay, so how much damage did the first one do?
First one. Sergeant
2,000.
did. What's your defense?
With Bob and Weave, it's 19.
That's going to be 26. That's going to be total beat you by 7.
Yep.
Max overage is only 4, so it's going to be 29 points of damage with penetration 5.
For those playing at home, shift speed increases for every 5 points of agility you have. It means Oswald was 1 off from having a shift speed of 2.
Oh.
Speed of 2.
Oh, that did 20 points of damage to me. I'm that inspirational poster where it's like 1 hit point, let's do this.
Get in the Goliath.
Yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
Almost
Wait,
This is why I stay at the back.
And this is about all that. This is the only. They're about because of the gravity field. They're the only ones that can really get a beat on you guys. Because
I
like
mean, that's good.
he's firing through 2 of his friends, so he's gonna have a hard time trying to shoot at any of you. So that's all. That's all the shots they're gonna take. Vazaron, you're up.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to run out into the middle of them and start attacking, because that would be stupid.
Vazran just shoves Dirk forward and takes a step back.
You go that way.
Like that you considered it.
Time
I
to
mean-
shine, you big dumb star.
You can do it. If anyone can do it, you can, Dirk.
Hang in there.
I'm looking at my
God.
actions real quick. She would totally do that too. In fact, she already did. Actions. What can I do for minor actions? First, I'm standing up. Then I'm going to bob and weave. And can I use my action to focus myself and reduce my energy fatigue?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to do... That's the 3 things I'm going to do. Stand up. Bob and
Stand up,
weave,
bob and weave, focus.
Focus.
All right. Ava, you have many injured people.
Yes, only some of whom's health bars I can see. Uh,
I have 1.
you don't have a health bar, no.
No, I
No.
have 1 hit point.
Yes, I was aware of that part.
Yeah. Let me fix that.
Where's my...
I failed to focus.
Yep.
Does energy fatigue affect your meditation roll?
No.
Oh,
No,
well, hang on. I
don't
need to
think so.
reroll that then.
I believe energy fatigue is also just a willpower roll, though.
I thought it was a psionic like a psionic roll. Well, either way, I rolled
No,
it
it's a D20 plus your willpower.
Okay, well, in that case, I succeed.
All right, you reduce your energy score fatigue by your willpower score.
Yep, which back to 0. Oh, plus 1 for every point I win above.
5 points.
Oh.
I think.
Well, it doesn't matter because I only had 6, and my willpower is 6. So. I'm back in the psychic game. And I'm bobbing and weaving, which for me increases my defense by 4.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if... Never mind, I'll figure that part out later. Oh yeah, I can
thinking
get
about
there.
what you're doing.
5 and jab Oswald with the medicine roll, which is I don't have in here anymore because I had to fix all of my rolls. 1d12 and 33, and for every 10 you heal a critical wound.
So that leg wound goes away.
Awesome. Thank you. Blood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're better. Now put your health bar where I can see it.
Oh no, I did put it up. It's just it looked empty.
It's also, I think, underneath
It's not
Dirk.
there.
Oh, there it is. No, it's there. It's just currently empty.
No, that's with.
That's why you need to use the red one that's over your character.
There we go.
There you go.
It's
I
green
put it-
for
As
Oswald.
to the
Yeah.
green one, which is often hard to see if there's people in multiple.
I think it's also it ended up being
It's
under the
top
Goliath.
bar as opposed to the bottom bar is the problem.
Anyways,
All right. So then it's Rachel's turn. Rachel is going to step over here with an action move and light him up. Cones go like this. And
Fill
catch
that-
many things on fire.
I mean,
fill that room with fire. Fill that room with fire.
What's the cone on a flamer? I believe it's cone 6.
Probably. I don't know. It's Terran technology. I don't pay attention to Terran technology.
Yeah, it's cone 6. So yeah, basically everyone who isn't around the corners.
Fill this room with fire. Fill this room with fire.
Go, Rachel.
All right. Whoa, that's a high roll.
Yes, let it be a high roll. Let them all burn.
So 26 hits their defense and their toughness. And flames means, let me go and read the flames item trait. Heavy armor, which they're all in. The armor's damage resistance is reduced by 1 until repaired. So
They're
because-
all in powered armor? Wow. Awesome.
You're fighting a bunch of hard suit Marines, yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, resistance reduced by 1. And they take another 30 energy damage every round. As well as having a -5 penalty to attacks, defenses, and skill checks until the fires are put out as a full round action.
That's only for people who are in not heavy armor. Or target mechanical creature or target empowered armor. They're not put on fire, but they do have their damage resistance reduced.
Oh, I see. It has an instead clause.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's going to be an amount of damage. It's not like superb, but it's a good amount of damage.
Okay.
And Rachel's going to stand in the front because she's at full health and wearing fire bat armor.
Can we shoot around her,
Yes.
or are we just completely blocked off at this point?
You
Because
can
he's in a
you
giant piece of armor.
You can indeed shoot around her.
Okay.
She can get out of your way if you need to fire through her. Coronix.
Okay. So Coronix is going to move his full action. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And since he's way the fuck over here, he's going to take aim with his disintegration rod. Nothing bad ever happens when you hit somebody with something called disintegration rod. All right, so that's a 25 to hit on this guy first.
Okay.
And it has penetration 20 and the unstoppable trait. So given that I've hit him, his damage resistance, which has been lowered because of the flamethrower, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is his damage resistance greater than 20?
No, he takes full damage from this.
And it hits the next guy in the line.
Assuming the damage goes... I believe assuming the damage kills him.
No, if my penetration fully surpasses his damage resistance, it keeps going and hits the next person.
Okay.
Basically, do any of these people have damage resistance greater than 20?
If not,
I believe
it
it's-
hits all of them.
I believe it sort of like expends your penetration until I guess.
Oh, yes, it does. It expends the penetration. All right, so it'll at least hit these two people here. Boom and boom.
Yes, the weapon's penetration
This
against
guy-
the next target is how much was not used against the previous target.
Okay.
So you use 17 on the first guy,
Okay. All right.
and the second one, the remaining 3 is used up.
Okay. All right. So I hit 2 people. And do I get my max overage, which is 4?
Yes,
Okay.
on both of them.
So I hit both of them for 29.
That's not the medic.
This is not the medic in the
No,
doorway.
that's not the medic that was hit by the 2 grenades. I should specify.
Oh, okay.
So they're at full health right now. So
And actually, I would have moved to here.
but you do hit both of them for 25. The Marine medic still has a good amount of their damage resistance, not all of it.
Cool.
Or 29, you said?
29, yes.
Roll me a d20 because that's the damage threshold of the Marine.
Okay. Oh, and let me check something with the disintegration. It is not a psionic, so I don't get my extra crippling wound. Just the standard. Oops. 8.
8. What is... It's not the left leg.
8 is the right
Okay.
arm.
The right
Oh.
arm. Somebody drops a weapon. I want to
He
say.
drops his Gauss rifle, yeah.
Yes!
And because that is his firing arm, he suffers a -1 penalty to his attack rolls with it when he picks it back up.
Sweet. I'm still invisible, by the way.
Yes. An invisible beam of green light just lances through this person from behind, cutting through his right shoulder as he drops the gun, as it basically lances through his shoulder, kind of cutting tendon and power armor at the same time. And then it burrows into the back of the Marine in front of him, who is zapped in the back and has this blackened scorch mark on the back of their power armor. Dirk, you're up.
Okay. I will move up here. What attacks can I do with an ally directly in front of me? Can I do burst attacks? Can I do
anything that doesn't include them in the area? You can go for. So, I would say the one attack that you can't do is using shotgun spread.
I mean, a burst includes them in the area. That's the problem.
That depends. A focus burst is only the one square, and you can place it past them. If you want to do a focus burst on this one guy, it would include them and not Rachel, because you're basically putting the gun on her shoulder and firing past her. But if you wanted to use shotgun spread, which is a cone from you, it would include her, and you would hit her.
The narrative geography of that makes my mind boggle, but sure, I'll go with it.
Mechanically speaking, you can place the burst where you want to.
No, mechanically speaking, it makes sense. As far as I understand, her armor is larger than mine, so narratively that makes no sense. But I'm going with it because it lets me do something.
I'm trying to not prevent you from doing anything in the round.
I understand. I appreciate that. Then I will. Yeah.
Shield. For some reason, it only impacts enemies.
Then I guess I will be focus bursting this one in front of me.
It's nanites. It's the answer to all questions.
Yes, because nanites. Thank you. See, somebody's on my team with this explanation.
You're aiming the gun up at the ceiling, and nanite-controlled bullets are causing them to ricochet perfectly off the ceiling and into that dude's face.
Or, you just go, "Hey, Rachel, I need to shoot by you," and you kneel down for a second, and she lifts her arm so you can shoot under her arm.
I like my explanation better.
Sure.
It's the old lean and lift maneuver.
Then, if that's the case, can I fully auto?
Yes.
Okay.
She dabs out
Full
of the
auto
way.
focus
What's actually
burst.
happening? Dirk leans to the side.
Doesn't matter because I rolled a 7, which isn't 15 anyways.
Did you want to empower that focus burst, or?
I can never remember what that means, but it sounds good, so yes.
You expend twice the ammunition, I believe, but you could get advantage on the attack roll.
Oh, sure.
Wow!
Oh, son of a bitch!
I can stop suggesting it because I think it always turns out like that when I remind you that you can do it.
Every time it has.
Every goddamn time.
Except for the very first time.
The first one I rolled a 7. The second one I rolled a 4.
So
Or
it's
no,
like-
wait.
It was
No,
A 3.
The second one I rolled a 3.
So
I'm
what
just-
you're saying is you take this first one.
I'm just gonna stop reminding you that you can do that because apparently it doesn't work.
Jeremy, I comfort myself on that when I roll shitty, it means I'm using up entries on the generated numbers
That
table.
does not work.
No, that's not. That
It
doesn't
does
help.
not work when
Okay.
every single number you roll is poor.
I mean, you rolled really good in the charity stream against unarmed children.
Children sometimes need to learn lessons.
This is true.
Here's what it is. The dice know what you're trying to do and work against you even when you roll well when you shouldn't.
So how did I somehow, amidst a room that is basically wall-to-wall people, go fully auto and miss? Please, go ahead.
So, as you walk up to Rachel,
Make it
And
as
you-
embarrassing as possible,
and
please.
in your usual Southern drawl, you go, "Hey Rachel, I kind of need to shoot these guys that are in front of you. If you could just kind of lift your arm so I can put my gun underneath." Yeah.
Move over,
and
Scopes.
Rachel kind of obliges for a second and lifts the shoulder arm up for a bit, and you kneel down and you line up your shot, and right as you're pulling the trigger, Rachel's like, "Okay, done now." Puts the arm back down,
Yeah, into the floor plating.
and your barrel skids down and just opens fire into the floor. And some of the bullets do ricochet and bounce off of the floor into the Marine, but the armor takes the brunt of the hit.
So what you're saying is we now know whether there's a second floor or not, depending on if I punch through to the next level.
Is a floor beneath you. You see light coming up from below from the holes.
Okay. Folks, there's another floor down below.
Really, Duff?
Wasn't
Whatever
really the way
gave you an
you're
idea?
Cut out, but good to know.
And then, since I only move one to go here, I'm going to move back. so that Oswald can get in there and get some shooting done.
All right, Oswald, your turn.
Because
My turn?
Coach knows how to roll dice better than me.
I crawl up this motherfucker. Still on.
So,
Get in the cockpit.
because I'm seeing a flaw with the nature of full auto weapons, in that they don't get the extra attacks to increase their accuracy to make them better at hitting. I am going to work with a house rule right now that says guns have a firing mode button.
I mean, that's what I figure.
So I'm going to say that
No,
you can't-
I have option for non-fully auto.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that your heavy Gauss rifle can be used as an automatic fire weapon if you decide to do so.
Which,
So which allows you to make a single attack with multiple strikes rather than a focus burst, which should help your aim a little bit.
A single wait.
So if you go to the attack speed page, 142
Right.
in the book,
Right.
I'm gonna say that with a fire mode button, you can switch between automatic fire and full automatic fire.
I mean, I assume that was the case anyways.
Well, now I'm gonna say it is actually.
Okay.
Because the problem with it is a full automatic fire weapon as writ
Yeah,
can't
it doesn't
make
give you any extra bonus
attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that you can use automatic fire instead of full automatic to make attacks against a single target that are just more accurate.
Cool.
But yeah, now it's Oswald's turn.
Yep, so I'm getting in the Goliath. And I'm just gonna scoot it one square over. And
may
then,
require William to grab the Goliath and move it.
yeah.
Yeah, let me actually put the
Just
controlled
make my
by-
token 4 squares big.
I mean, just make the. Let me just put you on the GM layer and make the Goliath controlled by Oswald Ridley.
Oh, yeah. So there it is. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
That does lose Oswald's place in the initiative, though.
Oh yeah. Give this guy a turn.
I was
him
at 21.
17, change the Goliath to Oswald's initiative.
yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so
Nice.
And the Goliath now also represents Oswald Ridley. So there you go.
okay. Yeah, I'm
All
just reading up on what I can do with the autocannons.
You can unleash hell, is what you can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am assuming I'm going to tell Rachel to back the fuck up.
Okay. I don't suppose I can reach around the corner and drag Rachel around the corner. could
or to duck, whatever's easier.
With the Goliath, I believe it's easier to duck.
Yeah, I'll just say heads up,
Fuck!
and shit, what's it? What can I do with the autocannons?
Get down.
Like our specific.
Go
doesn't
ahead,
say.
TACCOM.
Go ahead, TACCOM. Autocannons.
Yeah, I'm looking for them.
Go ahead, Tackle.
Goliath online.
Okay, autocannon accuracy is +0, so just 1d20 +7.
Target locked.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also do like a concentrated suppressing fire.
Yeah, what does that do? Let me
Burst
scroll
8.
back up.
So suppressing fire. With automatic fire can also be used for suppressing fire to limit the actions of enemies. Expends 20 bullet, and everything within the burst area takes base weapon damage if hit. In addition, the attack targets the resolve of every enemy in the area with the same attack roll. If it hits their resolve, they are suppressed, and on their turn must perform one of the following actions: fall prone, move behind cover, or move away from the attacker outside the area of suppressing fire.
So you can suppress fire that whole goddamn room.
Yeah,
Also-
that's what.
Also, you get to make 2 free opportunity attacks against each character in the burst area at the end of each target in the area's turn. So
Oh,
if they,
yeah, I see.
if they don't get out of the area of your suppressing fire by the end of their turn, you get 2 free opportunity attacks.
Question.
Nice.
With Oswald having the shot on the run talent, can Oswald make opportunity attacks on them when they move through the suppressive fire area?
Yeah.
Technically, yes, as long as they are within short range of him.
So you fire,
Yeah, and
make
short
them
range for me
move.
is 8 squares.
And then also hit them
and then also
when
hit
they
them
move.
when they move.
Yep. So I'm gonna do that.
You ruin
I
their
hope you
day.
roll well.
Yeah. 20.
That hits their defenses.
Does it,
Yeah.
Does it hit their resolves? Marine Sergeant resolve is 19, so it also hits their resolve.
So it's 24 damage. And yeah.
So what's the burst area of the autocannon's suppressing fire?
You said 8.
the concentrated suppressing fire is 8.
All right. So that
And I would concentrate it down that hallway.
And I would concentrate it, in their faces.
I will say that it's going to be hard to do that and not catch your allies in the suppressing fire radius.
Regular suppressing fire, which you can
Meh.
do, is
That's fine.
I mean,
What's
way.
what's the regular then?
Regular is burst 4.
burst 4.
Oh, then yeah. So like if I aimed right here in this back corner, it'd go 4 squares out.
You go 4 squares out in the cardinal directions and
3 squares out.
3 in the diagonal,
I'm-
which would be right, which would just catch Rachel.
I'm so.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I can fix that.
Yep. I told her to duck. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna hit her still. So, yeah, just regular suppressing fire.
All right.
Braka, 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 braka.
Yeah.
Once again, narrative confusion makes me wonder how
I'm hitting these
these
people.
at the very least this guy here can be hit.
Because
But sure.
autocannons
Ricochet.
go through walls.
The actual
This game has clipping issues.
Yeah. Yes, that's essentially what.
Wall hacks.
the actual answer is the sensors on the Goliath are basically highlighting where they're at through the wall based on the HUD feed from Rachel. So he's just pointing the autocannon at the wall and firing through the wall at them.
It's a heavy artillery walker. These walls don't mean shit to it.
It's the outside
then
walls
the-
of the ship
And
that
then
count.
the ceiling collapses on us.
I'm fine. I'm in a Goliath.
Corner
I'll walk
gun
out.
from that new horror game that I can't remember the name of.
But Yeah, so
The smartphone gun with the shoot around corners app.
Yeah, from Get Even, I think is the new game that you're thinking of.
mm,
All right,
it's a real gun, but
what's the damage on the
24.
autocannon? 24? Any penetration or anything?
they're extreme slugs, so they get automatically penetration 2.
All right. So count that damage in.
Hang on, I think are they twin linked?
Yes, it is twin linked.
So that'd be 48.
it's Hellfire 1.
Yeah, Hellfire 1.
Hellfire
What's left? Through their armor. All right, yeah, the Hellfire. The guys who have been hit by the 2 grenades already are dead.
Pasted.
Just suppressing fire. You killed them all.
Yep, they're sufficiently suppressed. I really hope that they heard the guns winding up and they're like, "Hey, somebody's on ours." No, they're not on our side.
Yeah, one of the Marines is like, here's the. All right, the Goliath's winding. Oh shit!
Whoops.
All right, their turn. Those who are suppressed, which is all of them,
Have to run away. Which provokes attacks of opportunities.
Bam! 20.
that's full. That's 1 overage on your hit, so that's
The same damage they just took.
20. So 48 penetration
off.
2.
Hellfire
My
1.
overage.
So
Yeah,
the-
with 1 overage.
the Marine, as the suppressing fire tears through the wall next to him and cuts down the group beside him. He looks out to his side and sees the Goliath still spooling up its cannon, turns and starts to run through the room, and then another cannon shot rips through that metal wall right next to him and the medic is going to go prone, and the guys outside the burst area are like, "What the fuck just happened?" So they're gonna take aim and take Overwatch. Brings us back around to Vazaran.
Can I move through the suppressive fire area?
Well, I think at the end of that, I stop shooting. Just depends.
You are
Or is
not
it for
in
the
the
whole
burst.
turn?
I'd say you're still firing, but you weren't in the burst area, so you're not one of his potential targets for an opportunity attack, which basically means you're moving in under the suppressing fire.
Logistical question. Did the guy standing in the doorway remain standing in the doorway when the room went to shit?
The one standing in the doorway went prone in the doorway.
Okay. Oh, so they're prone. That's good. I can deal with that.
Let me...
They're prone, so they're whatever the psychic version of Vazaran's HUD is, they've just got a little gift wrap bow icon sitting on their head.
Well, no, they are currently not providing an obstacle is the key thing for me, because
Yes.
I have a really neat thing that I want to do, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to heavy strike charge, presuming that I can jump over the prone enemy to here.
I will say yes. You're basically stepping on their back as they're laying on the ground, covering their head.
Crunch in heavy armor too. It's great. And I am heavy striking this guy right here because I have cleave 1.
The guy in the middle?
Yeah, which means that
Yep.
my heavy strike hits all 3 of these guys.
So basically, you're jumping over them and just doing a double lateral pull with those side blades.
Just yep. Does a 31 hit all 3 of them?
Yes.
This is going to be glorious.
Does a 31 hit all 3 of them?
Yes.
Do I get my max overages of 7?
Yes.
All right. So that is.
Although I don't know that you can 2-up and fight on a heavy strike charge. 1 second.
I believe you can. You just don't get multiple attacks. Because 2-up and it's your heavy strike on. At least we've ruled previously that I could do. So I don't know if you change it now.
Let me have a look. I need to make sure because I know 2-up and fighting had its own rules.
Yeah. I know heavy strike reads that you spend the rest of your turn. Any attack you make, you don't get any of your accuracy bonus or of your multiple attack bonuses. Instead, swapping that out for more damage.
Using 2 weapons.
We shall double check.
Oh, I can use my opportunity attacks on anything in medium range because I have 2 ranks in threatening shot. So they have to be at least. Where is it?
You don't have line of sight on these guys though.
No, I don't. So I can opportunity attack anything within 20 squares.
In that particular case, no, yeah, according to the 2 weapons, you just can, whenever 2 weapons can both make the full number of multiple attacks based on the weapons if used at the same time. So yeah.
Wait, and I do have 2 ranks in the dual weapon fighting thing. So both things have penetration 4, bleed 1. So all 3 of them are bleeding twice now. I regen myself. Important question for the Taldurium Siphoning Strike ability says whenever I hit an enemy, I regain points in my shield equal to half my psi level. Does that count all 3 hits on all 3 of these guys?
No, because you're making 1 attack.
Okay, so
technically it's the 1 attack makes 3 hits, so
okay,
it's the 1.
That's fine. I just wanted to check, so I get 4 back because I hit twice. Penetration 4 on Hellfire 1 damage is 31.
Okay.
32. Sorry, 32.
All right, these guys are mostly uninjured except for the one guy who caught the disintegration beams, so they're still alive, but they're looking rough.
Yeah, so 30, and that's, I don't know what their armor is, but after that times 2, whatever. So yeah,
that is, however, going to be. I'm gonna just roll me 2 crippling wounds because they're the same attack, so the 2 cleaves are going to do the same thing. So.
All right. An 8 and a 5. So right arm and left leg.
Man, you guys hate left legs.
I also knocked
really
all
do.
their guns out of their hands.
Sorry, while I was looking at the 2-weapon fighting rules, and I just noticed the 2-handed weapons and crippling wounds table that is right next to it. Specifically says that if you're holding a weapon in 2 hands, you don't drop it, but no matter what arm you hit, you take the penalty for your attack rolls.
Sweet. Well,
no,
they
don't drop it, but they suffer the penalty for attack rolls.
One guy's got 2 penalties on his attack rolls.
Yep.
And they're all 3 bleeding.
Ava.
Is Ava back yet?
Yep.
Oh, you're just muted.
Ava
Okay.
is muted.
Aaron is muted.
There we go.
Let's see if this macro thing that I've been trying to make works.
It looked like it did a second ago.
Okay, there, Dirk, have that much health back. And also, I realized I've
So
been
32.
doing the critical wound recovery wrong. It's now more thorough in the effects table.
Okay.
27 plus 5 health back, and no crippling wound because it's about the natural roll.
Right.
A natural 12 or higher heals a crippling wound. Okay.
And that was a natural 4.
But with a natural 4, you got a lot of health back.
Yes.
So.
32
absolutely.
health still.
I'm still helpful. I insist
right you are.
that I am still helpful.
You definitely are.
Ava is probably the most helpful character we have.
And if I moved one square and did that, can I move more squares or no? Do I have to move all at once, or can I move, act, and then move more?
I will personally say that you can move, act, and move. I don't know if that's how the rules are writ, but I prefer that method.
Because honestly, there've been some grenades, and I kind of want to back up.
That's fair.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll back
That's
here.
actually not accurate. That is-
Both in my move range. And that's my turn.
Rachel is going to. Where she's at, she's going to take her minor action to shift the flamethrowers into fists so she can pick up that heavy Gauss rifle off of that corpse right next to her. And she's going to lean around the corner and fire at one of those Marines.
How about the one in the doorway?
Yeah, let's fire at that prone medic. So that's going to be 3 attacks. That's going to be an extra 12. So it's going to be...
Braca, 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 braca.
Definitely a hit. And with the damage the medic has taken, they are dead. As Rachel is like, well, I reckon that this will probably work without setting people on fire, and just turns around the corner and just right at the prone medic, who is still covering their head. Cornix, you are up.
All right, we're going to try our own heavy strike charge. 39 to hit.
Yes.
And that's charging this guy right here, by the way. Top end. And we stop right here because we've got reach 1 on this. Okay, so total overage gives me 42 damage, rending 2, penetration 8, hailfire 1.
This is why I want a double-bladed scythe. They do so much, like, the bigger weapons do so much more damage.
So Cornix kind of takes the staff and holds it like where normally you're holding it forward. Just kind of flips it around backwards a little bit and rests it on their shoulder, so that they can just put all of their force into forward momentum with the pike, with the spear couched on their shoulder, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Rushes forward and with the back of their palm presses in and jams the Psy spear through the shoulder blades of the power armor, and this person is dead.
No,
the Psy spear cuts through the shoulder blades in the back, and they just and the body falls off the spear.
Still invisible.
Dirk.
Let's see. So I can get there. I'll shoot this one. Jesus Christ.
Still hits, probably, though.
With a plus 20, if I'm missing, then there's something so seriously wrong at this point.
You hit with a 5 overage.
Okay. So 23 penetration 9.
Yeah, he's
Christ.
at that point he's dead. As you
Can I be on top of can I be the token on top of whoever I'm on so it doesn't look like I'm dead? Thank you.
He was shooting the one further south.
Yes.
Zombie
I'm not shooting directly through my ally.
I've been very encouraging.
Young man up. I didn't say
Dirk-
that.
Dirk
So
Dirk just sits around the corner, looks over, sees the two that are left, and just like takes a deep breath. All right, Dirk, you can get this. And turns around, runs full bore, screaming his lungs out because that's kind of what Dirk does.
This is the football run.
And just like bolts around the corner and like point blank with a full auto rifle because for some reason felt like doing that. Just opens fire in the chest and keeps firing even as the body just kind of like
Because again, I
spasms.
cannot justify being far long range shooting through somebody. That makes no sense to me.
That's fair. But as the body just like unloading the gun as the body is like spasms in the chest as they're being shot and falls over.
Let's like, sort of lean over, reach back, pat Dirk on the shoulder. Very good, Dirk.
Oswald.
Okay, so I've been looking and I want
Narrowed
to do something
eye
really fun.
stare.
So with enhanced locomotion, these things can move 21 squares.
He's dumb, but he does recognize condescension.
I'm going to
Perfectly
yell
genuine.
for Rachel to get out of the way.
This
Or if I
sounds
can
Genuinely
condescending.
condescending.
Step over her. But I can't move the token. Damn it. Oh wait, hang on.
Just keep in mind that your Goliath can't go into the one areas without not being able to do anything but move.
Yeah, I know. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of the way. 8, 9, 10. I want to land on this guy in the middle because I'm going to do a concentrated strike, which lets me do a large bash, or instead of doing multiple large bashes, it lets me do a single huge bash. Basically, I want to step on him.
Yeah.
Stumpy time.
Yep. Because I was trying to get in on the fun, but almost everybody's gone now. So
Your enhanced locomotion is actually 13, by the way.
oh, it's 2.
Oh, no, sorry,
ranks
it's
of-
2. Yeah, 2
Yeah.
ranks of enhanced locomotion, so you got 9 base speed.
It increases it by the speed.
No, it increases it by up to the max speed, based on how like each square is any
Oh, okay.
square of movement.
Okay, so then I was here.
Like you can have up to 6 enhanced locomotion, basically.
Okay,
Yeah, otherwise you're going way too damn fast for balance.
Yeah. All right.
Where's that Libra post-it note again?
Increases the walker's base speed by up to the value listed. Yeah, it's increased movement speed by the value of the enhanced locomotion, which is 2.
I really want
Yes.
there to not be like, oops, that's the wrong thing. Like
Yes.
that much of the wall.
Yeah, that's probably about what gets scraped away because if Oswald's trying to move that quick, he's probably scraping
Shooting.
it all off.
Yeah, shooting.
Right,
with
and he's
the
already
com-
shot through a lot of that
Yeah.
superstructure already.
Just
Just knocking everybody down along the way.
This
Like
ship is getting
Wait,
really crap structural integrity at this point.
So
like-
to
Like Rachel tries to get out of the way, but isn't quite fast enough. So the walker like knocks her over and just steps over her body because it's a walker, not a tread. So
I'm comfortable with all of this. So it says that I have to use either a charge or a full round action. What does a charge do? I never melee.
Charge gives you a bonus to your attack roll, and a bonus to your damage as well.
hang on. Blurg encounter rules.
Charging. Charge is a move attack combination used as a final action in a round. Unit moves up to its speed plus 3 squares in a straight line, can make a single melee attack, gains plus 5 to accuracy, and the melee attack does plus 10 damage.
Okay, so
However, you take a -2 to your defense and cannot evade until your next turn.
that's fine. So for the melee attack, do I go off my melee or my piloting?
I believe for vehicles, the thing that you use for your weapons normally, which I think is your still melee skill.
Okay, so 3 plus 5. And then the damage is plus 10.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so 17. Do I hit the guy? I don't think so.
No, not quite.
Damn it.
The Goliath reaches up and tries to stomp on the Marine, but the Marine's like, shit, and ducks out of the way.
You scared him at least.
The Marine,
Yeah.
who is bleeding internally currently, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he's bleeding externally.
I mean, well, no, because our weapons cauterize the wounds. He's only
Yours do. Oh, that's right. I
this
didn't
guy.
shoot
This
that.
guy's
Yeah.
only been hit by psionic weapons.
Alright, that's all I can
Just
do then.
because laser swords cauterize the wound doesn't mean the person is not severely injured.
Oh no, definitely severely injured, but only bleeding internally.
No. You cauterize. All you have to do is cauterize a wound with gunpowder and a match, and you're okay. I learned this from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's true. Cauterizing the
then
wound
you can
leaves
take on a predator on your own,
leaves
hand to hand.
no lasting damage whatsoever.
No, it's sci-fi. All you have to do to repair any sort of injury is just jab a needle in someone for like 5 seconds.
It's
Hey,
like
Fallout, man.
It's like stamina.
Just an empty,
it's like
just
steroids.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
it was actually just a drug pusher shoving steroids in everybody.
yeah.
so
I feel
the-
healed.
That
That's
is
the
inconsistent
cocaine.
with
How do you explain health
code.
goals?
Alright.
The
Sorry,
the Marine looks at his situation, realizes that it's not looking good, and takes a second to shift back one space
Oh,
and
Hey,
Pulls-
that gives me an attack of opportunity on him because
Not
he's with it
because-
because I have reach.
it does not because it's a shift, not a move.
but if he moves away from you now, it does.
And pulls a grenade off of his belt, pulls the pin, and holds it. And it goes off.
I'm really glad I'm in this Goliath
This
now.
is why you let the meat shield in front.
I
You're
am
gonna
the
catch-
meat shield.
We're gonna catch all of you but Dirk.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty far back.
Not all of you. I'm talking about all
everybody
of you
in that
vicinity.
room except
Except
me.
Dirk.
So Ava, Rachel, and Dirk don't get hit.
Yeah.
No, I just heard all of you, and I was like, I'm looking at the map. And Dirk didn't.
I feel like there's something wrong here with this quantum physics grenade.
That's a 17 to to hit. I don't
Nope.
know who that hits.
Nope.
Let me check real quick. It's a training 5. It's Philly. Nope, doesn't hit me. I got 19.
right.
Even with the -2, nope.
So that's going to be 20 damage to each of you with penetration 5 because none of you are bobbing and weaving.
So 20 minus 4 is 16. Does the penetration hit my armor if it hits my shield first? My
Yes.
shield armor first?
Yep.
It's so it doesn't because I have shield armor of 5. So if it hits
Ba-
that, it still goes through and hits my regular armor.
Yeah. So basically, you
Okay.
treat your shield pool and your health pool as two different things being hit. Basically, it applies the same rules to both.
Okay.
Yep.
So it takes out my shields. Which makes
Doesn't
it
quite take out my shields.
16, which
I only take 5
means-
damage because it's penetrating.
Hang on.
Do I take it or does the
So I
Goliath
take-
take the damage?
I
The
take
Goliath takes it because it's not aimed at you.
I
Okay.
take 6 points of damage.
And As you might expect of someone who decided to just kind of hold a grenade in his hand, his upper torso is basically gone.
I'm gonna call this guy Legs.
I reach up and wipe the guts off my face.
I turn on the windshield wipers. Just kidding.
The fine mist of human viscera only lays on my shields for a moment before cooking off with a lovely odor.
I
Thankfully,
step-
Vazaran and I don't have to inhale.
Yeah. I step to the side and focus my shields back on to clean myself off.
So that was something.
Well
Yes,
done,
it was.
everyone.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot.
Cockpit cover comes up. This thing is fucking awesome. We should have got one of these sooner.
So with a 40 on how does shield restoration work again? Because I just rolled a 40 on my shield focus.
Basically, that'll probably fully recharge yours because you get +2 for every point by which you surpass the check.
Yeah,
DC,
no, that
which I
fully
think is at
recharges my
15.
shield. So,
Yeah.
the blood sprays off and disintegrates. Much better.
Look at Cornex. Where to next, sir?
South.
All right.
I
Which
Walk over
which
the
one? We
door.
got 2 doors.
I look back through the doorway.
The closer one.
I believe it's safe for you to come forward now, dears. To Ava and Rachel.
Ooh, mine
Check
are
the door.
as well.
So
Walk through the pile of corpses. Anything, like, without going through a whole bunch of effort to loot them, anything that seems particularly valuable that I could snag off them.
Grenade belts.
Someone
I mean,
wants to grab that Goss ammo? I could use some.
So, yeah, they all have
quartermaster.
they all have basic Gauss rifles and Gauss ammo, and most of them have at least one grenade on them, except for the guys, except for the 3 who have used their grenades.
I'll grab 1 grenade and 2 sets of Gauss ammo from 2 of these guys, and then hand all of that off to Quartermaster.
So
Dirk.
on the map, the room that is in the center that I've circled should be circular, not square. Just to point out, because I did mention that the central power room was circular in nature.
Which
I-
one is
Okay,
that?
I see the room.
Oh,
Oh right, yeah, it's
This one
Okay.
right here.
Oh, way down there. Got it.
It's okay. We only have like 19 fights to get through before we get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I checked the door.
door appears to be unlocked.
I step
I
over
open
next.
the door and start heading through.
While Dirk is navigating southward, I step over next to Cornix and just privately to him. Well, you certainly have a group of well-trained and excitable individuals underneath you.
What they lack in finesse, they compensate for with enthusiasm, I have found.
I can tell. Especially that one you told to keep an eye on me. He's heading down that hallway by himself quite admirably.
wandering.
Somebody told me to head south. I headed south.
That's
I
just
am-
between Vazaran and
I am
Cornix.
giving Dirk something, so I'm
Orders
probably
change.
headed after him.
Orders
Dirk,
changed.
Told him a different instruction. The commander did not tell him a different instruction other than we head south.
No, that's not a complaint about your actions. That's Vazaran and Cornix.
no, it just occurred to me that as people were moving, Dirk,
He's only gonna go that far before he waits. To be fair.
all right. It was about to like snap and be like, come back. But
No. He's the front guard.
he resists the
Here, boy.
impulse and does go.
Really quick, because I don't know precisely, how do Protoss med packs work?
Same way regular med packs do, only they work better on Protoss.
Okay.
So yeah, Terran med packs. There's a negative, or maybe it's Terran medics, maybe it's Terran med packs. There's a -10 penalty to using those with one of you guys. However, I get advantage on rolls for you guys, so it's kind of a wash.
So
That roll for me is reduced to a -5 as opposed to a -10 when I'm using a.
I believe they do the same thing. It's just that one is meant for Protoss to use.
okay.
Yeah.
So I hold up. I reach onto my belt and hold up my med pack, and look over at Cornix. Do you think your medic knows well enough of our physiology to use this?
She is quite skilled and could easily utilize those.
Well then. And then to Ava. Ava Sweet, was it? Could you give me some assistance, please?
Walks back.
I'm holding a Vazaran's holding a med pack in her hand, like a Protoss med pack, and just sort of hands it over.
So,
Ava will use that one if asked.
so the bundle
Just
that Vazaran
whenever I roll here.
the bundle that Vazaran hands you is
Wait,
what
no, that's not working right.
is what appears to be like a package of crystalline implements and Protoss technology that you're not quite certain how it works. Like you don't
actually.
Cornix actually previously gave me 5 Protoss med packs, and we decided that I could use them.
Okay.
I was gonna say I am. I have in my notes.
Already decided what the role on those sort of things was going to be for me. So yeah, let's see, it's 13 plus 10 minus 2. Plus 10 for that, minus 10 for that. So just okay, so add 5 to what I roll on the check, and then there is still the additional 5 for my ability that is noted in the healing.
All right.
So it's 26 plus 5 is the check. That is a natural 13. So you do heal one crippling wound, and you get 36 health back.
That is enough to put me right back to full. So
Yeah, which is why I wasn't sure why we were using one of your med packs out of character, but maybe we'll do it.
because I was injured. Thank you, dear. And she'll reach out to sort of take the remnants of the pack back.
Yep.
Thank you. And put it back
I should point out the grid's gonna get a little bit wonky as you get further south, so just
Yeah,
ignore the
that's
fact that
fine.
You're not lining up.
I am fully used to that. You should see the maps in Ebron. Um,
And then I'll follow.
yeah, I'm simply waiting from where I'm at until somebody starts coming down here, and as soon as they do, I will continue being.
Okay. Well, so yeah,
Rachel?
I don't know if you.
You can squeeze through these hallways we determined with the Goliath.
Yeah, it's just if we get caught by anybody, that's all I'm going to be able to do. is
I will
just
say-
walk.
I will say you are not able to move past the Goliath if it is squeezing through a corridor.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
why I would bring up the rear.
No.
Okay.
And I assume Rachel is following.
It's staying with the corpses.
Yes, Rachel's following. Let me move her in line with the group. As you're moving down this hallway, you hear the sounds of gunfire further off in the building, but this area is surprisingly quiet.
I'm moving slightly quicker.
I'm following behind Cornix.
All right. So you round that corner and you see the pair of hallways that break off on the left side, and don't see any you see more of the lavish decoration that is kind of built into these levels, but nothing else really. There's no There's no sound of footprints approaching.
Okay.
There's no noise. It's actually gotten eerily quiet.
So I move up here, peek around this
I was
corner.
gonna say, yeah. Cornix is consulting a data pad. Be cautious, and the first left passage would likely be
All right, sir.
primary.
Don't worry, cautious is my middle name.
And again,
Yeah, we still have the map from the digital uplink.
to Cornix as we walk. Wasn't your man quite severely shot previously?
Do I know which one Vazaran is talking about?
You get the impression that it's Dirk.
Right. Yes. Ava Sweet will tend to him should the need arise. She has all the necessary technology for maintaining analysis on our party.
Yes. It's
Um,
just, should he walk into another brace of gunfire, you may be short one of your party.
coming over the comms, you get a message.
I tell you
from-
what, you keep calling me someone's man, we're gonna be shorting our party a bit.
Stone's voice comes over the comm. Hey, we're getting a spike in power coming from the generator room. Moving to investigate.
Understood.
Doopy doopy doo, doopy doo.
All right. Cornix is scanning the immediate surroundings, especially for the rooms up ahead that we're probably going to traverse for mines that might be active.
You are not picking up a single mind.
That's slightly worrisome. Okay.
Did you say mind or mine?
Mine,
Okay.
as in brains.
Yes.
Brain activities.
There are none in front of you.
Including Dirk.
That's correct.
Is this door open?
Doopy doopy
Like
doo. Yeah.
visible through?
Yeah,
I was gonna ask.
It has been left open.
Okay. So I go up to it.
Obviously inviting.
Put out a hand to hold everybody back.
What's the radius
What's
on
in
your
here?
What's the radius on your detection, Cornix?
Let me check and see. I want to say it's.
And then I get stabbed by like 7 Protoss.
Reading has a specific range. Reading's natural range is short. At our psi level, though, it's medium.
Because you're a natural telepath, unless you choose to manifest it at a higher level, you're manifesting it at the minimum.
Oh, then short.
Okay, so
He'll do a full manifest then attempt to try and see what's out there, especially because thought blocking doesn't
Yeah.
have any effect on me. 17. So yeah, anything within
Medium range.
medium range.
what's medium range?
Actually, do you get your bonus to telepathy or telekinesis?
Telepathy.
Then for you, it's long range.
Long range and does not require long line of sight.
Yep.
What's long range?
For weapons
All the squares.
Same
is 60.
60
squares.
All the squares.
Yeah.
So
Big base.
you're picking up the minds of Taskforce Whiskey
Okay.
and one other psionic beacon.
Does it feel like a mind or does it feel like tech?
You're not certain.
Okay. And is it on the same level that we are?
Yes, you're detecting it from the same location that they were, which is the power generator room.
Okay. Which is, I'm assuming, this middle one right here?
Yeah, the circular room.
Right, yep. Okay.
Do
Everyone, we are
Meanwhile,
converge.
as
with
I was
Taskforce
checking
Whiskey.
what was in the
Yeah.
room.
This room is empty.
Okay. Which way, sir?
straight ahead towards that closed
Right.
door.
That door's also left open.
Towards
the
that
door.
open door. Anything in this big square room?
Nope. This door is closed.
I'm checking the door.
So as you move up to check the door, it's not locked, but you can hear on the other side this humming noise and almost like an electric crackling sound.
I'm opening the door and stepping in.
All right.
Of course you are.
Because, well, yes.
So
That's his
Oh,
job.
it's-
You
it's
die
not a-
so you don't.
So as you step into the room, you are bathed in a sort of purplish light, as everything is sort of hued in violet.
Oh dear.
Looking in the back, in like this room is a massive sphere-like chamber, like if any
Like
of you
from
have played-
X-Men.
if any of you have played Mass Effect, it's kind of like the Tantalus drive core.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like the big, like the Normandy SR2 drive core, where it's like the big circular sphere room.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And in like the upper center of the room, there's this massive crackling orb of energy that's sort of providing power for most of the facility. That's not what's emitting the purple light, though. As you enter the room, there's a palpable effect on those of you who enter, as levitating in the center of the room is a lone individual. They're not wearing any kind of special suit. They're just hovering with energy kind of pulsating around them, their hair blown back by the sheer force of it, as their bodies are wrapped in violet lightning as they sort of hover, floating roughly 10 feet off the ground in the middle of the room.
Single individual?
Single individual.
Okay.
As Dirk enters the room, they turn their head to you and their eyes open, and there's just a void of purple energy where their eyes should be.
This is where Dirk is reaching for like 3 grenades.
No, you
For
just
the
gotta
eye,
grab.
one for the other
they're
eye,
all on
one
the
for the
belt.
mouth.
They're all on the belt. Just pull one pin, they all go off. Throw the
Yes,
belt.
but he is going to. Oh, that's true. Just throw the belt.
Okay.
Works in the movies, right?
We're still outside the room.
Yeah.
Do the psychics pick up whatever reaction Dirk is having right now?
Probably.
Yep.
As the individual reaches a hand out
Diglets.
towards Dirk, and a crackling purple orb of energy launches from its hand and flies at Dirk.
Oh, that ain't good.
So what is your defense, Dirk?
18.
That's why I was headed for this other
Or no,
door.
16. I'm sorry, 16. No, 18. Yes, 18. Damage resistance is 16.
Okay, so that's gonna hit,
Okay.
and
My psionic resistance is 7. I don't even know how that factors in, but well, yes, us non-psionics don't have like super high psionic resistance.
Oh yeah,
mine
no,
is
I know.
8.
We should probably fix that somehow. I don't know.
so this is gonna be 45
Feel like
damage.
it's not gonna matter.
This is gonna be 45 damage with penetration 20.
Oh, it's like that thing that Cornix has.
Okay,
Integration ray. That one hits harder though.
and that's against my psionic resistance, not my damage resistance, right?
No, it is actually damage resistance.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because my damage resistance is 16, so...
Which means that the blast actually does pierce through you and into Ava, who is in a direct line past you.
Why did you have to put yourself there?
I
The
don't-
one
Because I
time.
didn't realize the enemy was gonna have a laser thing.
No one expects the disintegration ray.
It's like the Spanish Inquisition.
But
It
worse.
does
And
that.
also because you're the one who's injured, and I needed to actually start trying to fix you.
Does that cause a crippling wound?
Oh yeah.
Does it cause more
What,
than one
You
crippling
mean
wound?
45 damage? Yes, I think that causes. I don't know.
Well,
what is
subtract your
crippling
damage resistance first.
0.
wound? No, penetration 20.
Oh,
No damage resistance.
Yeah.
How does it? My damage threshold is 27, so I don't know how
Okay,
many
so it's
crippling wounds
it's
that is.
only one crippling
17?
wound.
yeah,
It's only one crippling wound.
Okay, well that's good.
Oh,
Headshot.
That's less
It
good.
is, however, a headshot, which is additional 10 damage, plus your disorder.
Only 10.
Yep.
Only 10. Oh, good.
Only 10.
It's an additional 10 damage.
I'm not actually dead yet.
You do, however, have a -1 to all attacks, defenses, and skills for each crippling point to the head.
Right.
And then Ava, how much damage resistance did you say you had?
I need to figure that
Oh,
out because I realized a lot of these numbers changed when my skills increased. Damage resistance.
The good news is it hit him in the head, not somewhere that he needs.
right.
Yeah.
But how much damage resistance did you have,
3
Dirk?
plus whatever the bonus is for my armor.
Less than 20.
Yes.
But how much damage resistance did you have, Dirk?
Did I have? I had 16. Wait. Yeah, 16.
All right.
So you only have to deal with 4.
There was 4 left, and light combat armor has a damage resistance of 11.
Okay, so
14
then 11 plus 3.
3 is 14. So you got 10 damage resistance left for this 45 damage.
So you only take 35 damage.
Okay.
Only 35 damage. By the way, you don't have a health bar either.
It's true. We can't see Ava's health.
Yeah, no, I deleted my health bar because I realized it was inaccurate. I'm very aware that I don't currently have a health bar. Fortunately, I'm the only one who.
A
healed.
disintegration ray hit you.
No,
No,
directly
but
in
you
your
are
head.
also. But it's
Fortunately,
also
that is
useful
his
for
least
us to know
vulnerable
whether
spot.
we could throw ourselves in front of doom rays that are about to hit you or not.
You know, we just
'Cause
proved
you are
that
the only
Doom Ray
person
was.
who can
You
heal
just
us.
got hit by the Doom Fist.
Bam!
William, how much damage did I end up taking?
35. Is that a crippling wound for you?
I hope so,
Yes.
No.
but I hope so.
I'm not exactly sure
That
how that's
also- that-
calculated, but yes.
17 is a
Torso.
chest wound,
Oh, okay.
which is just an extra 5 damage, and you're going to bleed for 1 damage each round until that crippling point is gone.
Well, that makes sense because he's elevated off the ground. He fired. It went through my head and her torso.
And
Yep.
the ground, yeah. Exactly.
Slightly downward angle. Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So what we're saying
Me
is,
too.
Cornix and I need to get in that room.
And now we all need to roll some initiative.
Initiative.
Plus tactics or plus half tactics?
Tactics or agility, whichever is higher.
I thought it was instinct.
Yeah, it's instinct.
Instinct. Yeah, tactics or instinct, whichever is higher. And that's your ranks in tactics, not your total tactic score.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That should be 16 because I'm at -1 stuff.
That's a 22.
I did it again,
That's a 35.
I rolled
and I got a 34.
a 17, which is much better than I rolled last time.
Okay, so I got Cornix. Oswald's at 22.
All you people and your massive initiative bonuses.
I have all
Yeah,
of the
6
skills.
is
I told
massive.
you.
I've got a 4.
Me too.
I think I'm the one with the highest with a 6.
I think you are.
I also have a 6.
Oh yeah, instinct.
Yep.
Yay
And
for shooting people.
what'd you say your number should be, Dirk?
16. Because I'm at -1 because the crippling head wound.
Right. And then let me.
Because part of my brains are just leaking out right now. Thanks.
It's okay. That's not that big a deal for Dirk.
Right, exactly. Like I said, it didn't hit anything that mattered to Dirk.
We can rebuild him. How?
Guys, he hit me in my
Have the
burn.
technology.
By infesting him.
He has cooked my wise. Please tell me someone gets that reference.
I do not,
Nope.
actually.
The man with 2 brains. Steve Martin?
Steve Martin, that's right.
Yes.
Holy crap. I haven't seen
my
that in like 10
God,
years.
You cooked her wise!
So, let me actually add Rachel
And
in
his
here too.
patented cranium access technique, which consists of unscrewing the top of the skull.
See, we use the references that are hip with the younger crowd.
Yeah.
Us old fogies over here.
No, I have not actually seen every Steve Martin movie ever.
Well, that
Ava,
is
you're up first.
life.
I have, however, seen every Mel Brooks movie ever.
Okay, so you said you're, and I'm assuming that's directed at me, but you just sort of pointed at the screen in
He
general.
said, yes, Ava.
I said Ava, you're up.
Okay. Let me check something about the. Problem with the MDS is I don't roll, so it can't heal crippling wounds.
That said, it is the only way you're going to be able to heal Dirk this turn.
Is it?
Yeah, because it takes a full round action to heal someone who's in power armor.
Oh, right. That's stupid.
Whatever, it's
Whether-
fine. I'm fine.
No, you're
Whether
not.
you were-
I have 11
whether-
hit points. I'm good.
Whether or
That's
not
more
you
than
were
enough.
in power armor, it takes a full round action to heal someone else who is in power armor.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of action the MDS takes because
It's a
it
minor action, actually, to use the MDS.
seems- Okay, so healing myself while I'm in power armor is also a full round action.
I'm going to say just a regular action because you're in
Okay.
your own armor.
Even though I'm gonna overheal, I'm gonna spend the action to heal myself, and the bonus action, Dirk gets a little bit of health back from the MDS.
If you want to stand still, you can also use your move action to heal him as well.
Okay. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that because
I'm sorry. I thought you just said if you stand still, you can use your move action to heal.
Yes, because using the MDS is a minor action, and the action economy is standard move minor.
No, I
Okay.
get it. It just was, yeah.
so no, because that would use 2 of his healing thresholds, and it would leave me still in the way. So
Fair.
Dirk gets 30 health back, which is not. a
Hey,
ton.
I'm just fine now.
No, you're not.
I'm perfect.
You've got, what, 41 hit points?
41 hit points.
That's less than that psionic bolt did to you.
Whatever.
And then I just really overheal myself, and with a 9, I don't even heal my critical wound.
I am in the top
Oh.
67th percentile of my health. See, that sounds much better than I've lost 2/3 of my health.
The reason why such language was invented. Because X numberth percentile sounds better.
Yup.
Sounds like more. There's a lot more there.
All right. Is Koronix up next?
Yeah, so go ahead and be playing what your action is. Are you moving,
Okay.
Ava?
Yes, I'm moving here.
Okay, so you can figure out the healing while Cornix is going. Go. What are you doing, Cornix?
Charge heavy strike. 32 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
All right. 38 plus how much of my overage?
How much overage can you get?
4.
You get all of it.
Okay. So that's 42. Rending 2, penetration 8, hailfire 1. And I am 1 space away from him. Her/it.
Not that it matters.
It's a him.
Okay. I'll be back in just a second.
How do you know if you're ass? Sorry, I'm being obnoxious because I figure we're doing damage calculations and trying to fill time.
That's fair.
How big is this door? Like, I know I could probably... wait.
You have to
would
squeeze through it.
I'd have to squeeze through it? Okay. Can I see how thick the wall is next to it? Like, right over here?
Please don't.
I'm thinking I might be
You may hit the
living
pot.
out 2 dreams. 1, I'm going to finally use the missiles. And 2,
Oh my god.
I'm going to imitate my hero, the Kool-Aid Man.
I would posit that this is the power room
Yeah,
where the generator is.
yeah.
They tend to explode.
The Kool-Aid
All
Man
right.
break the laws of physics.
Just saying.
I have guided explosives. That's what the missiles are.
You know, given the nature of this setting, it's entirely possible for those of us who aren't UAD. The Kool-Aid Man was like this earth deity that is
Yeah.
the true purpose of the worship is lost to time.
They just worship him by breaking down walls.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
the only thing...
you are drinking the Kool-Aid Man's Kool-Aid, so
Yeah. No, it's the fact that
And
nobody
they
ever
assume
seems
that is a
nobody
physical
ever
We're-
seems sad when he showed up. So obviously this
doing
guy's gonna be happy to see me.
we're doing 1970s Steve Martins and Jim Jones references today.
So
We're all about
as
current events.
Yes.
as Koronix rushes through the door and brings his psi spear to bear, he swings it around with a heavy strike, and it clashes against a force field of energy, and the discharge of the shields crackles, and the spear stops.
This is my wheelhouse. 'Cause fuck energy shields. I don't give a shit about energy.
Rachel, who is in the back of the room and wasn't fully comprehending what was going on, is gonna just move closer. Here. Oswald.
Okay. You guys haven't moved. So I'm gonna move to where Ava was.
Oh,
Can
William, did I
s-
do a crippling wound with my hit?
You didn't get through their shields.
Nope. Okay.
And I got really excited because fuck shields.
Yep.
Do I have line of sight on this guy? Because you said he was levitating.
Yeah, you have barely line of sight.
Okay.
It's hard to see through the door, but he's got cover, but you can see him.
Okay, I'll scooch it down to where it looks like the Goliath's sitting, and then I'll aim. So I got a little bit better line of sight. And then I would like to introduce him. Where did that go? Oh, it's not up. 1d20 plus 9. I'm shooting him with a missile.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm confident. 28. Almost a natural 20.
That hits.
So that's 40 damage, penetration 10, burst. Hang on, I just had it up.
Was that the base damage?
Yeah. 40 damage, penetration 10, burst 3, missile, guided explosive. I don't know what missile has to do with it.
I'll
But
check.
yeah. And guided explosive. So maybe I got an extra bonus, but it doesn't matter if I hit. Unless it increases my overage.
You get 3 points of overage.
What missile battery is this?
Combat missile battery.
It's 40 damage.
Yep.
Plus 4. Penetration 10, burst 3, so by Cornix.
So yeah, Cornix, you're also caught in that blast.
Yep.
I didn't see Cornix run in there.
Fair.
Yeah, you
barely
did.
I saw him run around the corner. I didn't know how close he got.
Yeah, you did kind of go this way instead of that way.
True.
So the guided explosive part doesn't matter. So yeah, 43.
43 does not quite deplete my shields.
How much shield do you have?
I have 40 shields with 5 shield armor.
Penetration 10.
Oh, penetration 10? Yeah, it depletes my shields. Never mind. Sorry, for some reason, I missed the penetration score.
I put it in my my attributes, but apparently it didn't take.
All right. Now it's his turn.
Ass balls.
By the way, missile has a missile is an item trait that has additional rules. I don't want to go through it right now.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm looking for.
It's on page 88. At the bottom on the right. It only matters if you miss it, though, I think.
Oh yeah, it continues until it hits something.
Yep.
What's the
As you do.
Trait?
Or hits the ground.
Yeah.
Guided
or
explosive is another thing if you miss, basically.
Okay.
If you use target lock while you're using guided explosive weapons.
Oh yeah, I get to re-roll the attack with a -2. That's kind of cool.
Mhm. Yep.
Alright. So it's his turn. And for his
Yes.
turn, he kills Dirk.
Well, we'll see.
Are you trying? Have you been maintaining your stealth, Cornix?
I am not invisible currently, no.
Okay.
Because
So
I wasn't able to. Oh no, wait, no, yes, I am cloaked. Actually, come to think of it, yeah, no, I did. I had rolled for that previous to initiative. Yep.
you get
I'm
the feeling
invisible.
that's not you get the feeling that's not stopping him.
I figured it probably wasn't. I figured he's got detection abilities.
And he clenches his hands together as purple lightning gathers between his palms.
Ooh,
That ain't good, sir.
And as he raises his hands to the sky,
I am aware, Dirk.
That ain't good either.
6 spheres of electronic energy form in a halo around his head.
Oh shit, fuck.
So 6 PCs appear.
And
It's an electronic energy.
All the yummy graphics for him.
as he thrusts his hands to the ground, the spheres fly in different directions. One heads for Cornix, one heads for Dirk, one
Awesome.
heads for Ava, one flies out the door towards Oswald. That's Cornix, Dirk, Ava, Oswald. One circles around the corner heading for Vazaron, and one bursts through the door on the other end of the room, flying to someone who's out of sight.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's going to be...
I hate getting attacked before it's my turn. It really makes me...
Pretty sure this was psionic missiles.
you-
Yeah.
Folks, tune in next week for Grand Terra Rebirth.
God damn it, I don't have anything written yet.
That's why it's next week.
As I
7 days.
Or
I'm
join
I'm
us for
assuming
something of a one-shot while John figures out what he wants to do with Rebirth.
I'm assuming a 32 hits all of your defenses.
No, would you believe it?
Missed it by 3, actually.
Yes, that hits.
Oh, that's hilarious.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's gonna
that
be-
hits.
It's going to be 40 damage to each of you with penetration 10.
Is it psionic or physical?
It is technically. I don't think it's psionic damage. Actually, it might be. I don't.
It is relevant in this situation.
Yes, it is very relevant.
Uh,
Because otherwise that hits me and not the Goliath.
I think it's a psionic energy attack if it's psionic missiles. So it would be psionic damage.
I think you are correct. I think it is psionic damage
Yep.
So it was 40 damage.
with a penetration of 10.
Well, my shields go away and I'm fine.
Sweet.
So does that hit me or does that actually hit the Goliath?
It does hit the Goliath
Okay.
because they're
okay.
missiles.
Okay, I get hit so rarely. Someone explain to me how I'm supposed to calculate this.
What is your psionic resistance? Is it
9.
is it less than 10?
It's 9, so
You took 40 damage.
okay.
I
I have like 100 health at full, so I'm actually pretty good still.
I'm fine.
Are you
No, you're
unconscious?
I'm pretty
No,
sure-
I am not unconscious.
How many hit points do you have?
You can see on his character.
I
More than
actually can't.
zero.
It looks like it's empty.
No, you can select them. We can only see the thing. I can see the tiny sliver of red. I just don't know how much.
I
that
have
is.
more than 0 and less than 2.
So,
Hey, I was there earlier.
You're 1 hit point again.
No, this is my first time being at 1.
Okay,
That was
yes.
me.
You're the second person to get to 1 hit point this game.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And at this point,
Everyone
The-
stop wearing power armor. It makes things hard.
is it
If we
my-
weren't wearing power armor, we would be at 1 hit point much quicker.
That is true, but the full round action thing, I need to figure out if there's a feat for that. Or
Task Force
particularly
Wiki,
move on to the
Task
make
Force
feat.
Whiskey, stop cock blocking me.
Right?
It's my turn, damn it.
I know where my next missile's going.
Right at Task Force Whiskey.
Just get the fuck out of here.
I mean, sure, if you want to just let the Project K experiment kill you.
It's my turn, damn it.
Yes, no, Oswald would be getting a psionic message as my free action saying,
Yeah.
please utilize more precise weaponry. We have
Yeah.
a single target and a great number of allies.
And ow!
Yes,
I'm sure
also,
as soon as I heard the psychic grunt, I'd be like, yeah. As soon as I heard the psychic grunt, I was be like, oh, that's where he went.
So Task Force Whiskey bursts through the other door. You can see on the front of Vasquez's armor is a massive scorch mark from where the psionic missile hit them in the chest.
light them up, 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 up.
Right? Yes. We are
They-
full Fallout Boy at this point.
They enter the room and open fire. A lot of these attacks miss, but they do a little bit of damage grand total. Vazaron, you're up.
Finally. Alright.
Come on, Zax. You can do better than that.
At all of my
To be fair, Zax just kind of ran in firing a glaive cannon blindly, so...
Oh, okay. This is like the least intentional I've ever seen a Tal'Darim act.
Well, when you're faced with Kerrigan levels of power...
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, that's fair.
I'm going to heavy strike charge him. And let me tell you how much my side blades care about his shields.
Well, his shields are already gone, so...
Well, if they were still there, it would be 0.
They would care none.
Like, when you're faced with a psi level 10 enemy, you know...
God
Oh my god!
damn it!
I've been there, dude. I've been there.
Well, it's a natural 1.
For those at home, yes, that was a natural 1.
So we've had Protoss rolling on both ends of the spectrum all night.
And
Two natural
another
ones.
natural
Wait,
one.
retrieve my headphones.
You need to.
dice curse?
You
For
need
those at
to-
home,
Bro.
as opposed to us who are somehow not at home.
So Vazaron,
I'm not at home. I'm in my.
I
living
don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the
Home
void
is
of
my
a blue
bed.
background that is hiding my messy room.
Vazaron rushes into the room, side blades out, and rushes forward, leaping through the air, blades high. And this individual with glowing eyes just extends a hand, and a wall of force shoves Vazaron back from his position.
I blame Jeremy.
No. You
That's
roll
me.
those nat ones all on your own, buddy.
You're gonna have to eat that one.
That is
Just
not
like Travis
you're
did
gonna
a couple
borrow
weeks ago.
my digital dice. You did not.
I still blame you. It's your curse. It's extending to the rest of us now.
Dirk, it is your turn now.
All right.
Have you met Will Wheaton recently?
No?
Uh,
I have heard that anyone who comes into contact with Will Wheaton has their dice roll awfully for like the next week.
I mean, my goal is to bring my dice to him the next time he's at a con in Portland and have him do something, whatever, because I figure his bad and my bad should cancel each other out.
No,
Are you
it's gonna
trying
be
to- are you
exponentially
trying to-
worse.
Yeah, are you trying to burrow through to the other side where you roll good?
Yes, exactly.
I
The
don't
only
think that's
way
how
out
it works.
through.
Yeah, no. This is a black hole plus another black hole does not somehow equal a solar system. Trust me.
So
What are you doing, Dirk?
Insert Voltron reference here.
Categories. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
So Dirk is getting between his commander and this and Finn Balor.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, it's like as he's knocking everyone away with these silent missiles and stopping Vazaron, he just kind of looks at the group. So this is all you can bring to fight the sons of creation.
Shut up, shooting, boom. Shotgun is going about 2 inches away from his face, and I'm pulling the trigger.
Go for it.
That is a 23.
So the shotgun goes directly up to his face, and there's a moment of like this half-cocked grin of really, and then a flash of energy, and and as the pellets fly, they just kind of vaporize in the air in front of him. Missed it by this much.
I hate you. Well, I'm not doing anything else, so whoever next is up.
Ava, you're up.
Okay, because there is no way in hell I will ever hit this guy. Because I'm like half sure that my nat 20 would not be good enough to hit him.
A 30 would definitely be good enough to hit him.
Squares are a little weird. I know I'm kind of in the door. It's just not letting me be in the right place. Dirk, you get 20 health back, and I'm
Oh,
really...
good.
Using the
Leomar, feedback. I would really like it if there was a feat I could take so it wouldn't be a full round action anymore to do things on people with power armor.
You know?
Like, feat. They're not called feats.
talents.
Talents.
Talents. Thank you.
We're using the MDS on him.
Yeah.
That's
So
actually
that's
30. That's actually 30 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But it does expend one of your healing thresholds. I
Right.
think you're down to 2?
2. Yes, I have 2. I have 2 healings left that can be done on me. We're
Sorry.
fine.
I'm not great at keeping track of that part.
No, yeah, it is. It's the blue on my bars.
Oh, is that what the blue is for you? Okay.
Yes.
That's what the blue
was
is for
wondering.
me. I assumed for the Protoss it's shield.
Yes.
I
don't have-
use the
I
green
don't
one to
have
track
shields.
I use the green one
Yeah.
to track my
That's what the blue bar is for me.
thresholds.
As long as you track them, that's great because
No, I've
I
got
can mess them up.
I've got 11 left.
It's fine. I'm still good.
All right. Anything else, Ava, aside from just healing Dirk once?
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can use it again as a
Standard action, yes.
standard action. Cornix, are you cloaked?
I am not any longer. No.
Okay, then you're getting the second one, and that's 30 health to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because that's basically all I can do. But stop being so dead.
Koronix, your turn.
All right, we are gonna heavy strike this guy, or attempt to at least. 20 even. God damn it.
Fortunately not. Rolled a
I got in the
4.
way.
And
You bring the spear up to attempt to thrust it over Dirk's shoulder at this individual, but he's already looking at Dirk, so he sees the spear coming, and with a hand just deflects the shaft of the spear.
Okay. Well, I've got a move action, and I'm not within melee range of him, so I am going to move over to flanking position with Vazran. I don't know if flanking does anything in this system, but
I don't know if
I believe
flanking
it
does
does.
anything when you're at reach for me. I don't know.
Rachel had dropped that full heavy Gauss rifle earlier, and so doesn't really want to use the flamethrower. So Rachel will do a thing that no one else has done yet, and is going to attempt a combat augmentation for you guys.
That sounds like a good thing.
Or a bad thing.
This is where Rachel's true loyalties are revealed.
Rachel was actually working. with
And
the
she
Sons of
calls
Creation
down
the
a
whole
missile strike on Taskforce Whiskey.
All right,
time.
let's see if
And then misses because everyone's rolling nat ones tonight.
all right. That's
It's just been the Protoss characters that have been missing.
yeah.
so that's a 21, which means it makes the coordinate. So all of you who are flanking, because flanking is a thing,
Mhm.
all of you get +2 attack and damage when flanking, and +4 rend when flanking.
Hell yeah.
That's if I could
Sorry,
hit-
say that again.
if I didn't roll 2 natural ones in a row, I'd take comfort in that. But
So your attack and damage rolls get a +2 when you're flanking your target, and you get a +4 to your rend score when you're flanking your target.
And Rend is what?
Reduces their damage threshold before crippling wounds.
Oh,
Basically makes it easier to score a crippling wound.
right.
does
Cool.
it
All
increase
right.
our penetration at all?
No, it just
Yep.
gives you extra attack. It gives you better to hit and damage and better rend. Oswald.
And is that +2 in addition to if we were already ranked flanking, or is that the standard +2?
Yeah,
for flanking?
that's additional on top of whatever flanking bonuses are.
Okay, cool.
Because that's the coordinate leadership ability.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so Captain wanted more precise actions. So I'm gonna get out, lay down on top of it, and aim my sniper rifle
Booyah.
at Finn Balor. Let's see. So I moved.
Only thing getting handed to you at Black Site 3 is your ass.
That's a
Yay.
natural 20.
Hells yes.
So 31. I guess
41,
it's up to you.
technically.
Oh yeah, 41.
That's technically a 41. So that's
Uh,
definitely a hit.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Definitely moved. So I don't get that. So my max overage is.
Oh, did you open the
Um,
cabin and use your sniper rifle?
Yeah, I'm laying down on top of it, like where the missile battery is. I'm using that as a platform. So-
So as not to be murdering everybody that's in the immediate vicinity of.
yeah, yeah. He said I
Alright.
can't have fun, so no. Crap, where is it? I'm looking for because my max overage is 6, but I get something else. Or no, it's 12.
That's only if you didn't move and you aimed. Remember?
I move to get out though. As long as I stay in the same square, that doesn't count.
No, your max overage is only 12 if you did not move and aimed. So because you had to move to get out of the Goliath, your max overage is 6, which you get, but
Yeah.
So that's 44 damage.
Oh no, he
Penetration
still takes
5.
double. Because I aimed. The not moving part is something else.
Yeah, the not
scope-
moving is for your overage. It's this
Yeah.
the thing about the scope is if you don't move and aim, you get double your overage.
No, it just says just while aiming, the attacker's maximum attack overage is double their instinct, as long as they only fire a single shot.
Hang on.
Yeah, it does not.
Yeah.
It says it doesn't function on an.
The
action
moving
move.
is a different talent that I have.
Yeah,
That's
the scope
okay.
isn't affected by the move. I don't
That's
think.
a precision
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's plus 12. So 38, yeah, so 50 with armor piercing rounds is penetration 5, rending 4.
All right.
Nice.
So that's 50.
Boom. Headshot.
Boom,
Gross.
headshot.
I'm not a crazed gunman, Dad. I'm an assassin.
If you can't do it with one bullet, don't do it at all.
But the difference is, one's a job and the other's mental sickness.
And the references train moves to Team Fortress 2.
Oh.
All right. Roll me a d20 because that is definitely a crippling wound.
Hells yeah.
It's not more than one.
No, not quite.
19.
Headshot!
I was
right.
It was indeed a headshot.
Bam!
20.
So that's
So
another
all of
10
us
damage.
flail, and then
10
Oswald
damage.
takes a headshot at this guy.
Yeah, Oswald's really good at killing things.
Yeah.
Oswald's much better than the rest of us at killing things.
So this individual is just sort of laughing and tossing aside attacks from all sides, and Oswald, just sitting on top of the Goliath, is just kind of, all right, let's see you chuckle at this, you son of a bitch, and fires, and the bullet cracks against the side of his skull. The psionic energy protecting him stops most of the impact, but it leaves a massive gash across the side of his head, and he starts bleeding as he, like, the impact to the head causes him to start losing his focus for a second. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it might be a good thing.
Now, if I've got the rules right, if I kill this guy and drink all of his blood, I become Psi level 10 too, right?
You don't have a mouth.
No, wait. That's vampire. Never mind.
That's
never
vampire.
mind.
One of the humans has to do it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because we have mouths, so we can...
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't take that.
I'm pretty sure you need to be a psionic human. It's like
I think at that point you get...
a changeling
to
can't get vampire powers from drinking. You can
Right.
drive
You can't ghoul a changeling. Right.
Alright, that's all I can do, though.
Ooh.
Just one 50-point blam!
I know what I can do.
Be right back.
And it might kill Dirk, but Bozron's anchor right now, so he doesn't really care.
After all the effort I've put into keeping the piece of meat alive,
The piece of
bag.
meat.
which is how Ava thinks of Dirk. He's a useful slab of meat to put in the way.
Usually
I
when a human thinks of another human as a piece of meat, there's a different sort of connotation. But okay.
That too. Yeah, whatever.
That was the best possible way you could have said that, Aaron. Whatever.
Abe is an interesting type of crazy.
Typical creepy doctor
So-
response. It's all just
well-
meat, anyways.
I can potentially.
It's all meat and ideology.
No. Keep us in surprise.
Oh,
I
fine.
want to. I don't want to
This is
know.
suspense. We don't want to know yet. We want to
Alright.
see
So,
who's dead.
I
first.
want. I don't want to
As-
know how I die.
As the psionic individual clutches his head, energy begins to build up,
Uh
and there's this incredible release as it bursts outward in all directions.
Oh.
Everyone in the area needs to make me an acrobatics check.
oh.
Am I in the area?
Yes, so is Oswald.
Wait, what's happening?
Everybody has to make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics roll.
10.
This is against his psionics check, which has been affected by a lot of energy fatigue. So
15.
22.
27.
It doesn't matter what his psionics check has been affected
29.
by. I fail.
39, dude.
So 39.
39.
That's 2 natural 20s in a row. I'll take
Os-
that.
Oswald and Cornix take half damage and are not knocked prone.
Sweet.
Everyone else takes 40 damage with penetration 10 and is knocked prone.
Psychic.
Psychic damage, yes.
So I
Okay,
take.
so I take
I
the full
take
20.
30s. I take 26 damage.
No, you
The
take
rest-
half the damage,
No,
and it's psionic damage, so your
no, I
psionic
don't. No,
resistance
you
applies.
take
oh.
half damage.
Oh, that's
I
right. You
don't.
did. Okay.
I
Yeah.
take
Or-
half damage.
Cornix and Oswald take 20 psionic damage instead of 40 and are not knocked prone.
I take
So
26.
Coronix has 24 psionic resistance. So can I say Coronix just kind of holds up a hand and braces himself, and that's all that happens to him?
penetration.
Yeah,
10.
so as
Oh,
as
penetration
this-
10. Okay, that's right. Sorry,
Yeah,
I forgot about
penetration
that. God damn it. Okay, so I take a little bit. I take
So-
6.
You might notice that my health bar looks odd.
Oh, that's not good. Don't worry, I can stabilize.
That's
Okay.
because I'm at -9.
All right, so I need to roll the
Disfigurement.
disfigurements.
Yes, disfigurements are the shit. I've got one of those.
So location
Cool.
first.
So you need to roll a
Yeah, first Dirk, roll me a d20 for location.
Okay.
penalty gains a. The table gains a penalty equal to 1/2 the amount character went below.
Oops.
So 8.
That's a 5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 5 on the die. So that's 5 is a leg injury.
Leg.
Left leg?
So what's your fortitude? What is the combination of your fortitude and strength scores?
12.
So it's 1/2 the amount.
Which
So
is
5 minus 12 is
-7
negative
to the
7.
roll.
So yeah, -7 to this roll.
So below 0.
No, D20 minus 7. We have to see what it is.
Yeah.
So this is a leg injury. So, lucky for you, you have that -7
Okay.
because I rolled a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Broken leg isn't that terrible.
No,
but-
it's just a dislocated leg, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at
it's a
13, you're at a
dislocated leg.
dislocated leg bone.
Okay, so natural 20s add +10.
I'm not doing
Uh,
that for disfigurements.
Okay.
I think you should.
You
I
want
just
your leg
didn't want you to make a mistake and then retroactively make it worse.
I'm not doing that because a natural 20 being a 30 minus 7 would have you splintered femur and shredded
Yes,
muscle.
I'm aware. Yeah, I know. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm down and out regardless.
All right.
The rest of Task Force Whiskey is knocked prone. Helmets flying. The like Malcolm and Zyger and Vasquez are all knocked on their backs, and the force of the impact like cracks their helmets and sends them rolling off to the side.
Now Vazorn should do that thing that might kill Dirk.
Oh yeah.
Then it's their turn.
Because he's already down anyways. What it matter?
Vasquez sits up, picks up her helmet, throws it off to the side, and opens fire with her heavy Gauss rifle.
Koronix matrixing out of the way. I
You're-
hope.
Yeah. You didn't get knocked on your ass, so.
Nope.
That's a 30 to hit, which it does.
I need to look at a thing.
So I can use missiles again now?
No.
Because I need to know what happens when your manifest bonus becomes negative.
You can't
you
manifest.
right. You can't manifest, and you
I need-
stop sustaining any powers that you had up
Okay. Good.
until
Uh-oh.
you recharge.
That
Because-
sounds bad.
Because our friend here is about to have one hell of a headache.
Vazaran, you're up.
I'm going to boost to psi level 8 and feedback him.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
This sounds
Oh,
bad.
this is going to be lethal, son.
So first, I need to roll my overload. Overload. Where is overload? Boosting and overloads. Here it is. So first I rolled overload, which is going to be a d20 plus 4 minus 6.
No, plus 3 times the amount you overloaded.
Oh, so plus 12 minus 6. So plus
So plus
6.
6.
All right. So d20 plus 6 first.
K.
18.
K.
The next psionic power I manifest within the next 5 minutes is automatically boosted to the maximum amount. That's fine, because I'm not going to be able to boost anything for a while. And then...
Well, no, that's
That's
No,
not that it's not
right.
whether you boost something; it's whether you manifest something
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Right.
From the
If
way
you
that
if you
sounds.
do
Yeah.
anything within the next 5 minutes.
the next... Well, if I do anything psionic, so I can't talk
Yeah.
for the next 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Which is fine, because I need to roll a psionic attack versus his resolve. It's currently 10, 18.
Yeah. D20 plus 18. Yep.
Yeah, this...
It's a 25 hit. Actually, sorry, that was my manifest. Sorry, that was my manifest.
Mhm.
Now it's a psionic attack against resolve, which is the same number. There's a 35 hit his resolve.
Yes. Now he
All
has to
right.
make a psionic skill check.
He makes an immediate psionic skill test. He takes psionic damage equal to the skill test result at Hailfire 2. And is drained of mental energy, taking energy fatigue equal to the damage dealt. So
Yeah.
whatever he rolls times 3 is damage and energy fatigue, which hopefully shuts down his ability to use any psionic powers. And if it's high enough, kills him.
I mean, I feel like the fact that we have an entire team of super NPCs helping us means it won't.
Well, because because it deals damage to him based on
Because-
his psionic strength. So
Right.
the stronger the enemy is, the more it hurts them.
Most
Yeah,
likely,
but
yes.
the other thing is he's been fatiguing himself super hard.
Yeah, well,
So let's
outside of that,
find out.
maybe it'll completely drain his ability to cast psionic spells. Or psionic abilities.
Roll a 4 on the dice, why don't you?
Sure.
So that's going to be that amount of psionic damage.
Times 3.
Minus his psi resistance first.
I feel like this should add bonuses based on how well I rolled, but... Because like they roll a
No,
natural 1, take no damage.
It's true. It's true to the game though, because it works based on the amount of energy the psionic caster unit has. So
It's
if they
true.
have no energy, they take no damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just one of those interesting things where even if they're at max, they roll a natural 1 and take no damage. Like
Could be.
because if I rolled a
There's-
natural 1 on that, I would take no damage.
And they still take the result of the skill check. That said, he does take no damage because he's energy fatigued himself to the point that he rolled below his psi resistance.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
So he takes no damage.
But it
suffers
was
no
still
fatigue.
awesome.
Well,
Oh wait, no, hang on. Sorry, that was a little bit above his psi resistance. Yeah. So he does take 5, 10, 15. Yeah, so 15 in total. That's going to be 40. There we go.
just me flailing uselessly.
You
His-
did some damage, and therefore you did some energy fatigue additionally as well. So
Yeah, the extra energy fatigue is bringing him to the point where it's actually. I don't know that he can still manifest those highly damaging abilities anymore.
Yay!
nuke him down. Good job, Vezran.
Dirk, you're up.
No, he's not.
Oh right, you're unconscious.
I am the
Ava.
opposite of up right now.
Also, my energy fatigue's at 9. I'm casting nothing left.
My turn, right?
Yes.
Great. Still got that chest wound. Let's see.
Yay, sucking chest wound.
Are trauma kits the same for in being full round actions on people who are
I believe they might not be. 1 second. First aid kits, cure, major surgery.
the first aid cuts are called med packs.
Oh, I will be right back.
That's weird.
The problem here is another thing about that organization thing we've been talking about is the fact that you can't use that it takes a full round action to use med kits. Okay, in addition, the time it takes to apply the medicine skill to the character increases to a full round.
Okay.
Most of the mounted gear. Character using powered armor can. Yeah, so using any medicine skill related thing on someone in powered armor takes a full round.
I'm pretty sure that feat doesn't currently exist, but I'll check again.
Yeah, no, I was looking. I don't think it does either.
That said, if you heal him with the MDS, I believe you will stop him from bleeding out. He won't stabilize. Well, he won't wake up until you
Not
stabilize
the same
him.
as mechanically stabilizing him, but yeah, I can stop him from dying with the MDS. That's true. You've got 1 damage threshold left, right?
I have currently 2.
Okay. Yeah, Dirk's getting a damage threshold, and Ava's moving. Guess it would technically be here because I don't fucking care if I'm in close with this guy. I actually do need to fix this.
What I miss? Are we all dead?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
Yep.
See everybody
Alright,
next
I
week
said-
for Grand.
I said fuck it and used a missile barrage.
You should.
Alright.
I can only use it on gargantuan or larger things.
Alright, well,
It was
while
like
you-
the
That
4th
room
of
might be
fucking
considered
July in here.
gargantuan as a whole.
I'll
so-
aim for the drive core.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Ava, Koronix, it's your turn.
Okay.
You have
Bazaron's
any-
back up, so I'm flanking. So I get +2 to my attack and damage and stuff, right?
And also the regular flanking bonuses, which let me find out what those
Okay.
are.
The +2 to accuracy.
Is it? Okay, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm gonna
plus
roll
4
this.
grand
It'll be +4 to hit. Oh my god.
The natural 20.
That's a
so
crit.
you get your full overage.
Yay.
So that's so that's 34 with the bonus from Rachel's coordinate. Rending 6 because I got +4 from hers, right?
Yep.
Penetration 8, Hailfire 1.
Wait a minute. Just to clarify something, do I get 30 health? Because that wakes me up.
You are above 0, but you are not stabilized. You have to be both before you can get back into combat.
Really quick because it's relevant.
This system makes no sense. Okay.
Really quick because it's relevant. I forgot to add in, or I don't know, did you remember to add in the bonus damage from Rachel's coordinate to the feedback?
Yeah, it's only on attack rolls, not on psionics.
Okay, just wanted to check because I didn't know.
Also, you
if
weren't
that was
flanking anyone at that point. There was nobody up.
No, I was still up.
Cornix never went down.
I
Oh,
never went down. Yeah.
But regardless.
Okay.
So that's Cornix.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Yes. Honestly, right through the temple and have the tip come out where Oswald had already nicked the other side of his head.
I would like to behead as an action.
Not necessarily behead,
No,
just
no.
sort of, take
You
off
stab through the head, I cut it
Oh.
off.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just up and thrust right overhand.
All right. So
And
as
300 this shit.
as this individual is reeling from their own psychic power, as they've basically unleashed a explosion of energy, and they're still trying to focus themselves as the fatigue sets in their and they slowly descend to ground level from their levitation. Cornix, like a shadow, just slides up beside them, and with the spear poised, thrusts up and through the psi spear, connecting with the bullet wound left by Oswald's gunshot from earlier. The spear penetrates
The GM's lungs.
yeah. The spear penetrates through his head and emerges from the other side as Vazaran, and in the same motion, brings her psi blade through and cuts across the neck, and the body falls limp to the ground with the psi spear holding this individual's skull slowly sizzling on the plasma blade.
Well done, Vazaran.
You too, Cornix.
I drool.
All right, now you can make that full round medicine check.
Thank you.
I focus and
Wait.
bring my shields back up.
No, before a character is, I do
Same.
not have plus 30 hit points. Before a character
Oh.
is stabilized, they can be affected. Once the character is stabilized, they can be affected by first aid. They cannot be affected by it before.
Okay, then
Okay,
I'm
never mind
receiving that because I was told something different by the GM.
Then
Yeah. No,
then
sorry.
It'll happen in reverse order.
Yeah.
Man, now I'm hitting all the
Well,
20.
if it's happening in reverse order, I am not using the MDS.
Okay.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Sorry, I thought the character would continue to bleed out, and I forgot that's only on certain crippling wounds that inflict dying. Or on certain disfigurements.
Sorry. 26 should still be a success, though.
The DC was 20, so yeah.
Okay. And then I get 30.
Then your actual first aid.
Oops.
Get you back up. And that
25
does
hits.
not heal a crippling wound. What is wrong with me today?
So that's plus 40.
That's it's plus 35 health. Sadly.
35. Sorry, 35. Yeah, I don't know why I said 40.
Should be, it's something though.
Now, were each of those a healing threshold? The stabilizing and the first aid?
I don't know that surgery.
I
I
don't think
stabilizing does.
'Cause
stabilizing.
I've got enough for both, but that's all I have enough for. That's all I have left.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. It's fine either way.
Yeah, but let me check though to make
I'm
sure.
just done with heals for now.
Fortunately, I think we're done with the base for now.
You kidding? We still got to clean this place, get out some magic erasers, wipe up the blood, fly
Well,
it into
no,
orbit.
I have supplicants for that. That's not.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Never mind. Never mind.
that's not a thing.
But that's
we
assuming
have
you get to
do.
keep the ship.
I mean, do you have supplicants to clean it and pilot it?
No, but we got Unity Station to give this to. Or at least show it. Drive by. Look at our new cool car.
We've got a space base. Do you have a space base? I mean,
Yeah.
technically that's what
Unity
you are.
Station is a space base.
But...
We don't need your hand-me-down car.
Way to ruin his
Spaceship.
joke.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I believe that a stabilization does not expend a healing threshold.
Okay.
Because it would suck if you got knocked out after you were out of healing thresholds and thus couldn't be stabilized.
yeah.
I mean,
kind of counterproductive.
I reach down and grab the headless corpse on the floor, pick it up. Is there anything valuable looking on it?
I mean, the hostile environment suit that he was wearing.
I stab him through it. And
That's
just
about it.
stab him a couple times with the plasma blade. Just, very calmly. Just shunk, 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 and then put him back on the ground.
I look around to see what Stone's doing right now.
Stone has left the room and is moving to a different place.
All right. I'm looking around for any sort of computer terminals or data storage at all.
Vasquez leans down and picks up her helmet and hands it off to Zyger. If you could get that fixed, I'm gonna need it later. A short while later, you get a message from Stone. Looks like I found this computer room you're looking for.
Excellent. Let us proceed that direction.
Is there a before we actually no, it's while we're looking around the room real quick, is there something that I don't know if I could tell or if actually I would ask? Does anyone see something in here that looks like it powers the flight functionality of this place? We probably don't want it taking off.
Vasquez looks up, points at the power sphere.
We also don't want that off for the computers to be running.
I think this area is all powered by the one power source. That's a very powerful generator.
I was looking like see if there was these conduits power the engines, these conduits power the computers, kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah, I'll be looking for some power relays. Yeah.
That would take intense knowledge of where all of these power cables are going throughout the ship.
You mean none of their engineers labeled anything? Oh man, that's some shitty engineers there.
Terran architecture, buddy.
We don't need to label this shit.
Yeah, we all know what it is. Why would we label it?
Consider modern human architecture and how much they decide to label things.
We label everything.
It's true.
No, we don't. That's a lie, and you know it. We say we label everything, but we never do.
We just put danger.
Goes, we should probably label this. Everyone goes, yeah, that's a good idea, and then no one ever does.
Yeah. They only label it if it's dangerous and they could get sued.
All right. What sort of role would it be to determine the best way to power this place down safely without risking some sort of core breach or reactor overload?
That would be science.
Hey, I know science.
You have a -10 because it's alien technology.
Oh shit, I do, don't I?
Yep.
I'm going to make a suggestion to possibly some of the scientifically minded individuals on Taskforce Whiskey and Ava.
And I head over to
Okay,
wherever Stone
science,
is.
and it's not
My
alien
si-
science.
I'm
it's-
gonna make a science roll.
Do it,
'Cause
Dirk.
You never know.
Go for
Do it, Dirk.
If he's about to get himself killed, I'm gonna stop him.
You can probably do that with a 31. Come
So
on,
by-
Dirk.
I was
I'm gonna
Roll your
knock
goddamn science.
How was that, Paul? Wait.
Your formula's
Oh,
messed
no,
up.
that was a 7.
Yeah,
I put the plus in
twice. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm not bleeding out anymore.
once, which automatically
well done.
adds.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
7. By scientifically minded individuals, you mean Dr. Zeiger.
Both the doctors.
So yeah, 31.
And I walked off to go see what Ghost
And
found.
just because I'm interested.
So I got
I mean-
31 from Ava, 25 from Oswald, and what do I got from Cornix?
13.
I figured a
Cornix.
few well-placed breaching charges.
Cornix, Protoss just use like radiant energy that sort of exudes from pylons. They don't have power
Yeah, you-
conduits. That's not a
Right.
thing.
When you're trying to take something down, you just shatter a crystal and you're done.
Or warp it out. Like, you know.
Where are your fucking crystals around here, guys?
Oswald, you're pretty certain that the power conduits to the engines would have to be some of the most heavy-duty ones. Ava, you're pretty certain that if you were attempting to take down the engine specifically, you would have to probably find bridge access, because trying to take it out from this end is catastrophically dangerous, because power supply not only carries power, but probably also runs near the fuel lines. And if you hit the wrong line, you cause a fuel rupture.
I will communicate that in just very dryly. Well, I would strongly advise that we don't do that from this end, as you see, there are fuel lines and there are power lines, and they're very near each other. And rupturing the fuel lines would be a bad idea and could lead to long-term damage. I'm saying all of this while looking directly at Dirk, just in case he thinks that he can just shoot it.
Cornix gives you a kind of a blank stare with a slow blink
not really-
of why would you build things like that?
He's not really. Dirk's not really paying attention. He's
Another
just staring at it
vent.
really hard and scratching his head.
All right, and with the
Don't
first
blow
and-
it up, it will blow you up.
with the very first creation of the Project K, a Project K that you have encountered, dealt with, we will end there for the night.
All right. Well, we have been Final Show Films. We produce a wide variety of content every day of the week. You can find more of our content at our website at finalshowfilms.com. You also support us financially on our Patreon at patreon.com/fsfilms and here on Twitch, as we are Twitch affiliates with a subscription and bits. We appreciate all of our bit givers and our subscription payers. We also appreciate all of our patrons, especially our $25 tier supporters, Chris Comfort, Antitonic, and Cat Waterflame, without whom we wouldn't be able to do quite as much of the stuff that we do currently. So thank you all very much for donating. We're currently at our $100 a month tier. Next tier is $500 a month, which is going to pay Jack to do our audio. And tiers after that will likely involve me doing way more streaming for a full-time job, but that's way distant in the future. So at the very least, if you like Jack and you want to see him get paid, feel free to donate to our Patreon. If you like the rest of our content and want to see more of it, then we need to go even higher. But yeah, so spread the word, do whatever. We appreciate all of you guys. We also appreciate the folks over at 411mania.com. Jeremy, tell us a little bit about 411mania.com in the voice of Dirk Garrick.
Absolutely not.
I had to try.
I'll do that.
Maybe someday, but no. For Mania, are you interested in knowing whether the new Spider-Man that comes out tonight is worth seeing or not? Or do you like movies, television, comic books, gaming, MMA, wrestling, basically everything that geeks could be interested in. We have news, opinions, columns, analysis, reviews, all of the things. We have all the things of all the geeky stuff. Come check us out for 1-1 Mania.
They've got more geeky stuff than Dirk has Hailfire.
And normally tomorrow night we would be having Afterlight Skies, but we will not be having it. Our game master for that game is going to be out of town and unavailable.
Sorry, guys.
However, this Sunday morning, I will be leading a group of stalwart adventurers through a Adventurers League module, official Dungeons and Dragons Adventurers League Sunday morning.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, official Dungeons and Dragons Adventurers League Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a time that you guys can look up and figure out on the internet. We're going to have 3 hours of Adventurers League with special guests from the Cognitive GM folks over at cognitivegm.com. They produce a wide variety of DM-centric accoutrement, as it were. Really good stuff. They have a really awesome, go look them up, they have a really awesome GM's kit. It's a leather-bound GM case that folds out into a DM screen. It's going to be great. We're going to have that for 3 hours starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday morning. And then Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have Deadlands Hunter Society broadcast from the Final Show Films live stream studio here in scenic Gwinnett County, Georgia. The folks that have previously brought you Price of War and Simpler Life and a few other things will be doing a Shadowrun game in a realm of my creating. I will be running them through it in a live stream studio tabletop setting. So look forward to that. Both of those 2 new streams starting this Sunday. Thank you guys very much for watching. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And we will see you all next time.
I should probably point out it's actually Eastern Daylight Time because we're in Daylight Savings right now.
Whatever that is.
Eastern time.
If you look it up
daylight
Eastern
saving
time,
standards are stupid.
if you look it up
It's
in Eastern,
whatchamacallit time.
it'll do whatever. See you next time. Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
Goodbye.
Bye.